tí àbúrò ṣèṣe máa bẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀gbọ́n ẹ̀ pé kí ló jẹ́ ilẹ̀ sábọ̀ àbúrò yìí tí àwọn tó bá dẹ̀ sọ pé nǹkan báyìí ló ṣe tó explain tí ọlọ́pàá dẹ̀ ti involve tó dẹ̀ explain tó ti ṣe investigation we cannot do anything aside from investigation aside from police now we can't take law out from our hands.
Like I said, the police, yes, Team Lagata.
You said police has compromised. How do you know that?
Good afternoon, everybody. Sister Detola, good afternoon. I have a little update, please. I'm just going to talk for 3 minutes and I'm going to go down.
I'm not going to take that, man. You can't cut us off, man.
I said good afternoon, everybody. Please. I said please.
Please.
I said please. I only have 3 minutes.
No. You can't cut me off, please.
Detola,
You cannot cut me off, please.
Detola, I mean, she's one of the research team. If she has an information that will be beneficial for all of us, I mean, we know we are having a discussion. But if it's an information that is, I mean, an update about this ongoing incident, I mean, you can do it.
Please, thank you. I'm sorry, please.
All right.
So, thank you, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. I'm happy to tell everybody on board and everybody listening to my voice that the rally, the protest for London, UK is set for Friday at 11 a.m. The Nigerian High Commission, number 9, Northumberland Avenue, postal code is W as in Win, C as in Charles, 2, N as in North, then we have 5, B as in Boy, X as in X-ray. I'm going to say it one more time. It's Nigerian High Commission, number 9 Northumberland Avenue, postal code WC 2N5BX. For any further information, please contact the following people. Number 1, Lenchi. Number 2, Finaly Berekete. Number 3, EOD. Number 4, Team Lagata. Number 5, Susie for Justice. I'm going to spell it out. S as in Sam, U as in umbrella, Z as in zebra, Z as in zebra, Y as in yes, letter 4, and justice. You can follow these people and you can inbox any of these people listed. I'm going to repeat them. Lenchi, Finaly Berekete, EOD, Mr. Team Lagata, and Susie for Justice. The theme of the protest is going to be Lagos State Government, where is our autopsy? We have searched in our team. There's someone that is their specialty, and they have come up with a result that there is no autopsy in anywhere in the United States. Not even in the queue or pending. So we want to find out from the government. So the placard should be, where is our autopsy? Where is our cytology? Where is our toxicology? Where is our virology? And justice for morbahad.
Yes, Lord.
Justice for morbahad.
Yes, Lord.
Justice for morbahad.
Yes, Lord.
That's going to be the theme for the rally, the theme for the protest.
Justice for morbahad.
Please come out if you are in that neighborhood. It's
job,
on number 9, Northumberland Avenue. Please. We need to speak. We need to
speak out.
Hi,
everybody. Good evening.
Where is our autopsy? 4 months.
Where is Mohbad's autopsy, not your autopsy?
Where is your autopsy? They said the professionals, the forensic pathologists we spoke to said that it takes 33 to maybe maximum, let's just give them leeway and say maximum of 2 months.
Okay.
2 months, max.
Max.
It's been 4 months. So we need to call them out. We need to take steps to call out the police. Where is our autopsy? Placards, give us our autopsy. Give us our results.
Your autopsy case. You better don't call back into yourself. Give us Mohbad's autopsy results.
Our autopsy. Please,
Give
please,
us our
please. The people you can contact will be Lenchi, Foladilo, EOG, Team Lagata, and Susie for Justice. Susie is SUZZY number 4 Justice. SUZZZ zebra Y as in yellow number 4 and Justice.
Yeah, they want to do justice for Mohbad
So
protest.
follow these people. They will also
Protest.
announce and updates on their various platforms. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. God bless you all.
Thank
God
you,
bless
ma. Thank you, ma. Thank you, ma.
Justice for Mohbad. Justice we must
Get.
Thank you for the employer.
We love you.
I love you much more. Much love from here too.
Madam Mary is before you.
Thank you very much.
God bless you.
Let me buttress what you have just said. Some people are typing, is your government in United Kingdom? In the United Kingdom, there's an embassy, Nigerian embassy here, and that's the address she has given. That's Nigerian embassy in London. So let us come together. Abati, you are invited to a special invitation.
Abati too. Abati, bring your own placard. Mr. Lagata, the petition we are submitting to the Nigerian embassy in UK, we have discussed, and I will call you. We have talked about it. We are going to be ceasing all the embassies in the United States because after you guys, we are going for hours. We want to see.
Wow.
So you are our front runner now.
Yeah.
We want to see how successful,
Yes,
how Nigerians, how the Nigerian people are going. The Nigerian government is going to respond to you. We believe UK is second Nigeria.
That's
All
true.
of them
That's
come
true.
there. They have a lot of investments there, so they will not want to just
Mess up
jeopardize
with
that
this.
relationship.
Yeah, right.
So we will see how yours goes.
Yes.
Then we will plan ours here. We already planning.
We no go gree, oh. We no go gree. We want Mohbad body. We no go gree.
We will follow your footsteps. So,
Benny.
Sim Lagata, I'm counting on you. Abati, I'm counting on you. You guys will lead by example. Let's show them that we mean this justice.
Business.
We must get it.
Of course.
Come what may.
Yes.
Then we have no choice.
Definitely.
I keep saying something. I don't know if I have said it on this platform, but President Tinubu said, he said, power is not served a la carte. You fight for it. You grab it. You snatch it. You run with it. So also is justice. Justice doesn't come easy. You have to fight for it. You fight hard for justice. Martin Luther King said it. He did it. He said, I believe. Obama said, yes, we can. On this one, we are saying justice we must get. On Mohbad's issue, justice, we must get this. We are not going to back off. We are not going to back down. We are not going to back out. We are going to hold them on their broccos.
Yes.
They must give us justice.
They must give us.
What killed Mohbad? We
need to know.
Get justice. Thank you.
Comment. Let me know you are watching now. You guys are just standing there. Please say hi, Hajoke.
Very welcome.
We just said we should join them in TikTok today. They are organizing, for people that are just coming in, they are organizing protests. They said they are doing protests for Mohbad on Monday.
Are we not looking for justice? Please, what she said is very valid. And by the way, if it's possible to stream it so that it can be shared on all platforms.
We can hear it here. Thank you, Jared Junior Adiola. Thank you for saying hi.
Like Daily Mail Online, the UK to run.
So they are ready to do protests now in the UK for the release of autopsy. That's what they're asking for. That's why can't the government, give us the result of Mohbad's autopsy? So
then they start blabbing or talking or finding answers.
As simple as that. There's nothing wrong. This is not justice to say Wunmi killed Mohbad. We're just saying justice to get people to be, the awareness to go, global, so that they can get Nigerians to act, the people in government to act, take action. Where is the autopsy?
I don't know if I'm the only one.
Where is the autopsy? That's what they're asking for.
You're not clear. It's not loud.
Okay, you can't hear me. I don't know what's wrong then. Can you hear me? Because my speaker is open.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you. Can you not hear you? Can you not hear her? Yeah.
It is very faint. I mean,
that's not right. That's not right.
We can hear her.
With others. Is she clear to everybody?
Yes.
Yes, it was. I think. Okay, so that's it for me basically. Just to be clear, if I repeat myself again, hopefully let me just put my mouth by the speaker. So basically, all I'm just saying is, I said on people in the comment section saying you and all of that, we're just looking for justice for Mohbad, or are you guys saying there's a different justice that you're looking for?
No.
Well, I suppose and doubt that it's supposed to be.
No, we're all looking for the same justice.
We're looking for justice for Mohbad. All this things that Madam Eric has said is just to get the international community the spotlight on it, so that the Nigerian government will act. We know the way they do things. They like to react when they see, the international committee is looking at us or talking about it. Then they start acting, they start running helter-skelter. It is actually valid that the autopsy is taking forever. So if that's going to help them to start giving us the answers that we need, yes. And for people who are supporting women, I'm sure you're waiting for the autopsy to come out. Because you want to be able to say that, oh yes, if people who are saying Wunmi killed her husband, she didn't kill him. I suppose so.
Definitely.
So why are we, having a negative bias to it on the comment section, please? That's all we're looking for. Justice for Mohbad. Get the international community to act. And I've also said, if anybody knows, maybe Mail Online or any of these little media houses, if they can come, or if we can stream the story, share it to them, they would buy it and they can run it up. It's just to attract the global media presence. That's it.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
What's interesting to me in what she said, I don't know if I heard her correctly or if it's my hearing, and I need someone to confirm. I thought I heard her say that there is no autopsy being taken to the UK. UK does not have a record of any toxicology or autopsy being sent to them. That for me is very interesting. I want to know if somebody has heard that.
I think she made a mistake when she said
the protest. That's the reason for the protest, yes.
Where we need to call out the government of Nigeria. I've been saying that.
And that's the reason for the protest.
We need to be approached because the chief medical examiner to find out where they took this thing. Because the police said UK and the same police said USA. So maybe they will now do us Maradona and said, yes, it's not in the UK, we told you, it's in the US. So we need to go to the horse's mouth and find out where did you guys take the report first. Let them respond. But this is a good move. The protest is good. Any way that we can create awareness, let's move forward, make some noise. So, Aries, good job.
Good job. We're going to get justice.
I wish I could be in the UK by Friday. I'll join you guys. So my spirit will be there with you guys. All right. That's it for me for now. I'm going to let somebody else.
So you won't be there.
Tola, I'm listening to you. I'll see here.
Yeah, that's my question, and you've answered me with a but. So it's just that, like they've said that we all want justice, but you people, everybody has turned it into taking sides. And I'm happy with this development that just came up now. So,
So the question I asked it was, what does DNA has to do with the justice for Mohbad?
It has to do checking Daniel. Honestly, correct said just give me a minute. Let me my own understanding of why DNA is needed in this justice. Number one is to secure that boy's future.
Which is not our problem. Which is not our own business.
You can't. You asked me a question, right? Thank you, and I've answered you, and you cannot impose your own thoughts on me. I'm sorry. Again, it's for the boys. It's for little man's future. That's number one. Number two. there's one thing I don't talk about on this Mohbad's case, and that is his royalties or whatever Mohbad has or not. I don't discuss it. Now, that one I feel is none of my business. But on the other hand, when you really look at it, and John Tory Long, let me say that what happens if little man does not belong to Mohbad? So, Sheikh Bobo Nkoti Mohbad is still going to go to her.
But that's his wife, even if he
married to another man in the future, God's willing. I don't get involved in these royalties of a thing. And I believe Mohbad is not a wretched man. We may not know what he is worth, but I believe Mohbad is not a wretched man. So whatever Mohbad did, either while he was alive or lẹ́yìn tó ti kú yìí, ibi tó tọ́ sí láti lọ ló yẹ kó lọ. So tí little man ò bá kí ń ṣe ọmọ Mohbad, kò lẹ́tọ̀ọ́
láti gbà
kò lẹ́tọ̀ọ́, mo tún sọ kò lẹ́tọ̀ọ́. It does not have to go to her because of course, yes, we know that as the wife, quote and unquote, she is his next of kin. So if little man is not his son, then his whatever he owns does not need to go to the lady. Because she's going to remarry. She's a young lady. Oh, there you marry. Kò ṣe bí tó máa pín sí ni.
Okay. But ìyàwó ẹ̀ ni. Tí yóò bá marry tí ó bá bímọ ńkọ́.
People that have a line of thought taking it in.
Sister Tolani. Ẹ jẹ́ kí Sister Ìfẹ́ sáré sọ̀rọ̀ kẹ́ wá dá mi lóhùn.
So for people that have a line of thought taking it in if you can justice for Mohbad. So fine. Abiniṣu ìgbà tí ọ̀rọ̀ ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀. Very dark man jáde. Ó ti gbọ́ àwọn fèrèfèrè kan. Ó point out wípé kí wọ́n ṣe okay, sorry for non-Yoruba speakers. So when this matter happened, for people that have the line of thought that why is DNA needed for this cause of justice, very dark man came out.
Please comment. Let me know people are watching. You are watching. I can see the number going up, but you're not commenting.
Because
just say something, please. React. I need your reaction, please.
That is number one.
Help my condition.
Information started coming out to the public about how the deceased wife,
it's been a long time,
had lived a questionable past.
Yeah.
So, ó ṣeé ṣe kó jẹ́ wípé that it is possible that the child does not belong to her husband. That is number two. Number three, Baba himself is saying
I won't trust
he has a strong feeling that his son was killed because of his property, because of the things he has, and how there has been a property dispute between the son and the in-laws. That is number three. Again, there's a rumor also in the car when Mohbad was coming from the show. For me, it is still a rumor. It is not yet confirmed that okay, there was a fight on the 3rd Mainland Bridge. There was, Mohbad was questioning the paternity of the child from his wife. He wanted to throw his son in the river on the 3rd Mainland Bridge. So these and many more are reasons why a DNA is suggested on the boy. So and for the criminal aspect of it also, if truly the boy is not for the late Mohbad, then maybe
thank you, ma'am.
Father, maybe the father of the boy has a hand in the boy's death. Also, for property inheritance, which Wunmi is strongly fighting for, that the property, the estates of her husband belongs to her son. If she's really fighting for that property, so what really cost her to have a DNA done on her son to prove that okay, what she's fighting for, the estates of her late husband, really, our son is strongly entitled to it. So that is my submission. Thank you.
Oh,
thank you, ma.
Thank you so much,
now
ma.
I'm going to answer you.
Okay, Sister Tolani.
What if
Number
one, they were married. Traditional property belongs.
God bless you.
Because our couple come talking, so our property let's put that as
You want to speak English a bit so I can understand? Yeah.
Okay, what I'm saying is, what if they don't have a child? They were married. What if they have no child in the marriage?
Okay, can I respond to
yes,
that? When we're really talking about this case, I think we should be more in the line of this case in particular, and making other scenarios does not really apply.
Okay.
But to answer your question, Aunt Tolani, what if they don't have a little man? The father, the family is entitled to it. Let me say something. Again, I go back to our Yoruba culture. There's no father or mother. I, for one, am a mother. And I pray that when I grow old, when I get old, when I have cared enough for my daughter, she will take care of me in my old age. When I say that, it doesn't mean that Joseph Aloba will be the only person. He will benefit out of it. But let's remember that Mohbad has siblings. They are more likely to be in charge of his properties.
Okay.
And they will use it to take care of their father. So I hope I've answered your question.
But he has a wife.
Please, can I just talk? Please, sorry. You don't stop. Ma?
Okay. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Thank you guys, Tolani. This back and forth issue, I don't think we really need it because, as you have said, the issue of royalty, properties, whatever, I am very, very careful and silent on it. But be as it may, one clause about property that I want you to hold on the left palm is this. What transpired between Wunmi and Mohbad was a traditional wedding. And traditionally, the head of the family determines and dictates on whatever is left by the man who is no more.
Okay, thank
you. Based on Yoruba tradition.
Thank you, sir.
Based on Yoruba tradition. If peradventure they have moved from traditional wedding to legalize it, is another facet.
Okay.
In which I don't think happened. But don't let me go into that direction. The direction I'm going is the DNA. Okay. And the DNA, according to what we have been dragging, based on what we have been dragging, the DNA is very, very important for criminal case and for civil case.
Okay.
For the civil case, one, in order to protect the integrity of the boy, the integrity of his mother, and integrity of the family, the DNA is very, very necessary in order to have a confirmation of the paternity of that child. As long as the father of the boy is listening and acting to the voice of the public that this boy is not your son. But for him to prove everybody wrong, or in order for him to make up his mind, he is determined and requesting that, okay, look, in as much as this child is Aloba, and one thing that man said is this. There are two things I will cite an example. First one, he said
that the last time he went to see his son, he ate rice and fish, and they served him a soft drink. Mohbad took the child, placed him on his leg, and he took pictures of it. He took pictures of him carrying that. Okay, probably the boy had seen what was coming.
Okay.
Then secondly, the man said, look, no matter what, whatever his son does for his father, he's doing it as in he's saving it for himself, because the father will die. And whatever you do for your child, whatever you do for your father will probably come back for you. That in their own family, they don't inherit their children.
Okay.
They don't inherit the properties of their children.
Thank you, sir. Can I answer?
I'm just starting, please. I took my time to listen. I'm coming. Now, he said it. So, saying that whatever property is just to determine the paternity, the rightful father of this child. Then, coming back to the criminal aspect of it. You see, I'm sure everybody will agree that Mohbad died in the house.
Okay.
And the first set of suspects were those who were present in that house. And going by the level of their involvement or their relationship or closeness to the dead, the wife is close to him as his partner, as my at least second half, my better half, as we call our wives.
I don't want to just Mohbad is taking long because of properties. Tolani, you're welcome.
Okay, let us start analyzing. Even the father, the mother, everybody, Naamali, Sam Larry, Prime Boy, spending, bring them into the circle of suspects. Let us start from one another. Who is the closest? The wife. Okay, let us take the wife as a subject matter. What could be the reasons why a wife could kill the husband? I am just saying, we'll still come back to the father, we'll come back to the mother, we'll come back to his siblings, we'll come back to Naira Marley, we'll come back to Sam Larry, we'll come back to spending and crime. Let us take the wife as the closest person. It's just that the wife is just dragging this matter too long. We'll have gone past this. Take another person. Now let us bring the wife into the fray. What could be the circumstances that can make a wife to bind the husband? One, could it be that he is not making her happy? We look around. Is this man not making his wife happy? We cannot establish that. Could it be that he's neglecting the wife and taking on another woman? We can't establish that. And rumor has it, and based on past references or past incidents, okay, there is a thing that will make a wife deal with the husband. One of it is maybe the woman is caught with a boyfriend in the house, and in order to escape or in order to cover the shame,
kill the husband,
try to get down or get back at the husband. We looked at it. So it's not in this case. Could it be that a secret, a deep secret is being known to the wife or to the husband? We look at what secret could Mohbad add that the wife will be aggressive or angrily deal with him. We said no. What could be the situation that will make the wife or a secret revealed to Mohbad? Well, they have a child. Could it be that this child is is not responsible. The paternity in question. Paternity circumstance who appear or who happen or could be a situation that a wife will go after the husband. Let us check that. It is at this junction that we are stopped. That okay, let us examine in order for us to be sure that okay, you are not responsible. Let us examine, let us even check.
Are you guys enjoying it?
You're Fajino. Tolani response in there.
Response. Please, let me just give me the floor. Let me give sir. Thank you very much, sir. Number one, you spoke about marriage. They are married, either traditionally or legally. They are married. They were married. We have 3 types of marriage in Nigeria.
Are you off or am I off?
Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you.
We have 3 types of marriage in Nigeria. We have 3 types of marriage in Nigeria: legal marriage, traditional marriage, or church marriage. You can do any of the 3. Once any of the 3 is done,
you can even do nikai. Nikai is part of marriage in Nigeria.
So
yes, nobody is questioning the marriage.
Okay, that is number one. Because of what he said. He said because they traditional marriage is marriage. Either you go to church, either you go to court, or you go to his marriage. They are legally married. She is Wunmi, Cynthia, Mrs. Aloba. Let's forget about that. Secondly,
she's inside the banjo, please.
Mrs. Aloba, because she was married before Mohbad passed away. Let me go. Yes. There's nothing like if marriage did not register. Once they are married legally, once they are married traditionally,
it's a customary marriage. So she's Mrs. Aloba. Is a customary marriage.
Please let me explain to you.
You know. Okay, I was going to ask a question.
Okay, let me please just give me the floor. Let me explain, please. Okay. Once, even if Mohbad was not there, Wunmi was not there. Once the 2 families are together to pay dowry, that's marriage in Nigeria.
Our tradition.
That's marriage. We are not in the UK. We are in Nigeria. That is customary marriage. That is marriage.
What are your thoughts on that, my people watching me? Comments, let me know. Comments now. Let me see your comments on traditional wedding.
That's number 1. Number 2, you were talking about the DNA. She has every right to say no to the DNA. And the only person that can ask her for the DNA is Mohbad, the husband, a father of the child, not anybody else.
Or the court of law.
Number 1, we are making mistake here. The mistake we are making here is we don't know the position of Mr. Joseph Aloba in their home. The position of Mr. Joseph Aloba is the extended family, not a nuclear family. He is not the immediate family of Mohbad. The family comprised of father, mother, and children. That is Mohbad, Wunmi, and Liam.
Auntie Tolani. Somebody brought Mohbad to this world. Go ahead, man.
It doesn't matter. That is
comments now. Let me see your comments on this now, guys.
You have your other phone there.
Please.
You can Google it on your other phone while I am talking. That who is the grandfather in the family? Extended family, not nuclear family. Yeah. The nuclear family consists of father, mother, and children. That's what we're all educated. Let me explain. Yeah, that's Mr. Aloba. Yeah, okay. You said that you know that. Thank God you know that. Thank God you know that.
Families and extended families.
Okay, thank God you know that the grandparents, the parents of the wife, the parents of the husband, they are extended family. They are not nuclear. They are not immediate family of Mohbad. So that's number 1. Number 2, you were talking about DNA here. Wunmi has every right to say no. The only person that can ask her for DNA was Mohbad. Only if Mohbad writes a will, that before you can give my will to anybody, you have to do the DNA. That is different. The same thing happened.
Mohbad have a will?
No,
he doesn't have any will.
There's no will anywhere. There's no will. There's no will anywhere. 100% no will.
Thank you.
No will anywhere. No will. Cherry.
You know, hello ma. You know Mohbad is bearing Aloba.
Kò matter anybody don't be Aloba. Gbogbo àwọn cousins wọn lè máa já lọ́ba. Wọn ò ní church wọn ní right.
Hold on. Liam also is carrying Aloba.
Anybody no lè jẹ Aloba. Gbogbo èèyàn cousins.
Who challenged the Aloba to Mohbad?
It doesn't matter. That is not in the law. That is not in the law. That is Emma Maso. I just imagine like you Jomo Fuyin like you got there.
Only you that knows this.
I need this thing to be when you want to argue.
I beg you in the name of God.
Let me finish, please. I just Emma Baya want you to adjust. No. I listen. Sherry, kò sí gbogbo eléyìí ń sọ yìí. Wọ́n gbé culture lọ sí court o. Emma wọ́n gbé motion pé ọ̀rẹ́ mi ni mo ṣe wàhálà wọ́n gbé lọ court. Mo ṣe wàhálà lórí ọmọ mi. Mo jẹ gbèsè lórí ọmọ mi. Mo ta ilé kí n tó rèsì ọmọ mi kò lọ court. It's your responsibility.
Tolani, Wunmi herself, òun gan, Wunmi Adébánjọ, Wunmi Cynthia Adébánjọ ló ń lò.
Kò má ta orúkọ tó láwọn èèyàn wọ́n lè jẹ́ máa. Ẹ máa gbọ́. Orúkọ tó bá wùyàn lè yàn jẹ́. Tí ọba divorce ọkọ gan, èèyàn sì lè máa jẹ́ orúkọ yẹn lọ. Iye gbogbo yẹn ẹ̀kọ́ ń tẹ̀ mú ṣọ̀bọ ni. Even if you divorce your husband.
That's the same thing. Auntie Tolani, please.
You can be there Aloba after divorce. Nobody can stop you.
Auntie Tolani, if we happen to get Mohbad,
you can withdraw it.
You cannot if you want to. If you want to.
Ask Said Balogun. Said Balogun said challenge.
Yeah, you can challenge your ex not to use your name again. So.
To stop to draw. Anybody is nobody. You can change your name to God.
Tolani, you are misleading our youth.
I am not misleading.
You are misleading our youth. You are misleading our young girls.
Don't just be honest for yourself.
Bàbá yẹn sọ̀rọ̀ mi ò sọ̀rọ̀ náà ẹ jẹ́ kí n ṣàlàyé tán ẹjọ́.
You are talking
ẹjọ́ ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ̀rọ̀ mo sọ fún ẹ.
Let's do it one by one so we can hear each other.
Let me talk now. Give me the floor. Let me talk. Bàbá yẹn sọ̀rọ̀ I kept quiet for
Let's do it one by one so we can hear each other.
Let me talk.
Ẹ má jà o ẹkùn náà ra yín ni o.
I told you that. If you have your Google on the side, ask Nigeria law, they will tell you.
Google is not right.
Okay, let me continue what I am saying. I can continue now. Stop going now. Okay, move going.
Please, we are not spectators. Let others talk. We know your position, Tolani.
No, it's not about position.
You have not even allowed her to say her mind now.
No. I just started talking now.
Yeah, Titi Lola Shodupo. If the husband says stop bearing my name, definitely you have to stop. Yes, because once you are divorced.
The two of you can nominate when you are
yeah.
I'm not arguing with anybody here, and I'm not saying nobody should not talk. Aristocrat, please.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Allow others to talk now. Yeah. We know
I want to ask Tolani some questions. Everybody stop.
Okay. African TV, you can't tell us to stop. Let somebody else to talk.
African TV, what man?
Let us continue talking. You can't tell us to talk. When you were talking, we kept quiet for you.
Said one word.
And let us talk. Let me and Sister Demtola talk. We were when you guys. Okay, let me continue talking. That's why I kept quiet when you were talking.
No, Tolani
of all people, stop.
Okay. Yes. African TV, you can go on now, please. You can go on for a few minutes, please. African TV for a few minutes, please.
While we come back.
We have been here before both of you came online, and we were keeping quiet. I have
African TV.
I have a question for Tolani.
Okay, I can hear you.
Don't take this as an insult.
Okay, no problem.
Anybody in the comment section that has a second phone, I want you to Google the meaning of sociology.
The study of man.
Remind me of my high school days when they
I was sociology. I studied sociology.
Sociology.
It's sociology.
And when you talk, I remember sociology.
Yeah.
Aristocrat, my brother, if you're there, if you have a second phone, or anybody that has a second phone, please, in the first few paragraphs of the meaning of sociology,
the study of social life, social change, and the social causes and consequences of human behavior.
Before I can engage her, then why they are trying to find that definition?
It's the study of social life, social change, and the social cause and consequences of human behavior.
What if they did not have a child? I want you to understand something.
Okay.
The law.
Talk to me according to the law, sir. Go to share the law. Emma culture.
I just said the law.
Okay.
The law, thou shalt not kill. If you kill, it is a capital murder.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
It came from the experiences of human beings that people are offering people, and the society, sociologically, the society determined that this is not a good way to go.
Mm-hmm.
So they made it a law. If you eliminate another human being, life for life, blood for blood.
Benny.
It is also law that says, thou shalt not sleep with your father or your mother. Out of sociology, the way human beings evolve. So when you keep telling us that what if Morbahad did not have a child, DNA does not concern us, well, it is personal matter. My dear lady, I want you to understand that we live in one big global community.
Mm-hmm.
And the community does not support elimination of another human being, either because of romance, either because
you cannot confirm that Wunmi eliminated her husband.
Excuse me.
No, I'm still speaking, madam, please.
Okay.
Yeah, you've said quite a lot tonight.
Because there's no elimination here, so
that's it.
Madam, please. Respectfully, you said a lot. Time to listen. Now, we as a global community, from China to Nigeria to Zimbabwe, we are crying because we understand crimes of passion could be a motive in this case. We are not able to prove it. But when DNA is done, we would be able to know which direction to think. Now, again, you have said a lot about the legal part of marriage, my dear lady. As long as Mo and that lady did not go to customary court to legalize the so-called traditional marriage. Mm-hmm. Traditional marriage has to be legalized.
Wow.
In the lowest court, customary court, before she
lawyers, if you are here, can you hear that?
That's why she currently bears Adebanjo. So, if you don't know this, learn it now and go and research it. You must take your marriage traditionally to a customary court to make it a legal form of marriage. Otherwise,
Titi Shodipre said it's true.
Let Tolani respond. Then aristocratic.
Okay, let me continue.
Okay, she said, all right, we don't know.
Now we talk about okay, DNA. The DNA.
Sorry.
Only they do the DNA, and the DNA come out negative. Liam is still Mohbad's son because he has never denied or contest the paternity of that boy. That is it. Any child, any child born in a marriage belong to their uncle.
You have just 2 more minutes, so
even if that child was even adopted.
Any ọmọ tó bá bí nínú marriage, ọkọ àti ìyàwó fẹ́ra wọn, ọmọ tí wọ́n bá bí ńbẹ̀, kò sí ẹnì kankan tó wà níta tó lè contest ẹ̀, yàtọ̀ sí Mohbad ló lè contest Liam. Tí ó bá ti contest ẹ̀, kò sí anybody tó lè contest ẹ̀. Kò sí any, let me tell you, if you go to court,
but they are traditionally married.
If Mr. Joseph go to court 100 times, it will be denied because he's not the right person to ask for the DNA of that boy. Only if Mohbad has contested before he passed.
Okay. Aristocrat now. Aristocrat.
Yes, taking sort of me. On my turn down. It's not Sherry. everybody ló ní right. Ọmọ tí wọ́n wà lọ́wọ́ wọn yẹn, ó ní right.
1 more minute, Totola, 1 more minute for you.
Cherry ọmọ tó wà lọ́wọ́, Liam tó wà lọ́wọ́ wọn yẹn, ó ní right sí ti life ti tiẹ̀. Tí Wunmi ò lè sọ fún pé báyìí ló ṣe máa ṣe. Everybody has their right to their own life. Okay. Even if Wunmi, Cherry, and again, if any DNA is going to be done, they will ask for the intention of that DNA. Tí Wunmi bá decide, okay, I want to do this DNA, the social worker can still stop her because there's one thing they call Child Protection Act to protect that child. The intention of why, the reason why they want to do that DNA might not be, they might not grant it. They might not allow Wunmi to do it. Wunmi has somebody else speak.
No, I'm looking at the Tolani náà go now. Tolani, your time is up.
Jẹ́ kí Tolani really sọ̀rọ̀ náà.
Dúró ṣì máa dáhùn. Ẹlòmíì náà tún ṣì máa engage ṣì máa dẹ́nu. Aristocrat, please. You have 3 minutes, please. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I will say. I only support justice and what is right. Now, let me first take it up on marriage. You see, there is something you call the spirit of the law and the letter of the law. And you need to understand this principle. I'm not going to explain it if you're not in the temple of justice. And that is why, because something is written, does not mean it will be interpreted verbatim.
Where is the Aristotle?
Hello, sir, are you there?
Aristotle, are you there?
I think it's his network.
Oh, I love this lady's voice.
Well, Aristotle is away. John Crown.
You have to keep.
I think
no, we are rotating. People have been here. Mr. John Crown, are you available now? Okay, then Mr. Grex then.
So,
2 minutes. Yeah.
As I was saying, you see, there is no reason for us dragging this thing here back and forth. We said it clearly, and one thing you must know, and you have been told, is that a traditional marriage, you see, a bond can be, how do I put it? A bond can only operate based on the principles of that bond. If I have an Islamic marriage, and my wife decides to go and be Borisha, if I take her up, is the kind of marriage that I bind her with, that they are going to, that is going to determine the operations and the kind of, unless if it's out of my own free mind. There are a lot of things we take for granted. There are a lot of things we don't understand. And ignorance is a very, very damaging issue when we talk about law. Is marriage is marriage. Court marriage, whatever, blah, 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 blah. We have Islamic marriage, we have Christian church marriage. We have traditional marriage as well, and we have legal marriage. You see, when a traditional marriage ends, as in when a traditional marriage is being used, is being a system that binds two persons together. If it's not being legalized, probably in court, by the lowest organ of the court, which is the customary. My dear sister, it's just a marriage within the family, and the head of the family determines the operation of their wedding. But if it's been taken to customary court, it now becomes illegalized, that the court or the unconservative style of determining marriage come into place. But with this, we are
Tolani, you have to respond now.
Drag it.
Okay, Mr. Direct.
I have responded to that. I have responded to that.
Okay, Auntie
I have responded to that marriage. Marriage in Nigeria. It is 100% acceptable in Nigeria, traditional marriage. Nigeria is different from America, is different from United Kingdom. Traditional marriage is accepted, 100% acceptable, like legal marriage in Nigeria. Once the two parents are there and they pay 100% acceptable.
Auntie Tolani, Auntie Tolani, Auntie Fedra, for me 1 minute. Auntie Tolani, I want to say two things to you. Number one,
she needs a minute. She needs a minute.
The 1 minute is what I need. Auntie Tolani, I want to tell you something. When they go on Mohbad's, if people have the opportunity, when they go on Mohbad's birth certificate, they will see Joseph Aloba's name there. There's nothing we want to say. Joseph Aloba is Mohbad's father. So he has a right. Can I finish, please? So either Mohbad is alive or not, whatever decision he makes is bound to with the fact that he is Mohbad's father. That's number one. Number two, please, my sister, do not let us mislead our youths by saying that a man and a woman, they have a child, and that child does not belong to the man, means he's still the father of that child. It is totally wrong.
How do you determine that child does not belong to the man?
Do not let us, we have youths listening to us. They are learning from us. Let us not print that narrative. Koda is Koda. What we're encouraging, if we say that, it means that...
Time up.
Okay, thank you.
Tolani, hold on.
Okay.
Tolani, hold on. You have aristocrat. No, hold on. No, you are being engaged. You are always there. You have aristocrats speak for like 4 minutes, then you engage, you respond to both of them.
Because he asked me some questions, you didn't even allow me to answer him.
No, hold on. Let aristocrat was speaking before, so after then you're giving them the response. You're giving them a response. Okay, no one is cutting you short. You are giving them a response. You respond to them after aristocrat. Just be mindful of the questions Adetola asked. Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Should I? Okay. Thank you. Can I continue now?
Yes, yeah.
All right, thank you. Apologies for getting off. Now, what I was saying was this. That is what is in the child's law, only the parent, because they tried to shield out in Taloba. But now, you also need to look at every case according to the circumstance. And that is why the Temple of Justice is so unique, according to circumstance. Now, if you have a parent that married in the court of law, or the ones that say court wedding, you understand that you need to base everything around them on the principle of their wedding. What it then means is if a woman
are watching
under the law, legal like court wedding or those registry, if a woman have a child within a marriage, and the child is fathered by the man, it is assumed that the man is the father. However, there is room for dispute. It is not quick line and sinker. There is room for dispute. Anybody can institute and say, I think I have an affair with your wife, and I think the child is mine. Fine, the law says you are the father, but I want to know if the child is biological mine. The law will allow, in such, you are going to do a paternity test. Then nobody will then say it is only the mother and father that can ask for paternity. That are used to negate the stance that is saying only the parents of the child can ask for paternity. Because when there is dispute and it is well established, paternity can be granted by the court according to the matter. Secondly, we talk about traditional marriage. We cannot take one and drop one. Let me follow the assertion of some people that says, because you pay dowry, it means you are married. Okay, without considering, I will come back to that. Let's accept that. Therefore, if you believe that you marry traditionally, in a traditional setting, the nuclear family does not have all authority on children. The extended family have authority on children. Therefore, if you are claiming traditional wiring and there is cause for paternity, when you come to the temple of justice, they will weigh it and see the importance of the extended family. In this case, the grandparents. Because in that case, the grandparents have a stake. Since you are claiming that traditional setting, because in a traditional setting, grandparents are pillars in the family. They are protege. I say protege. They are the ancestors, as it's always called. And as long as they are existing, they have right because they can will their own property even to their grandchildren. They can take care of their grandchildren. And the law will give them custody of the children if they need be. Now, in a situation where there is a demise, for example, a child lost either the father or the mother, the grandparents can step in to demand some.
Yes, they are fighting for justice for Mohbad.
If they so feel
you're
they
welcome.
are not,
Get yourself a
well, they don't have clarity as to the paternity of the child. Therefore, you leave that for the court to decide. Then you will then look at the law that is just written that it is only father and mother that can ask. I have given 2 instances where the court can review it based on credibility of presentation and say, we will grant the paternity. Thirdly, in a situation where a child is young and there is so much controversy over the child paternity, if the matter is taken to court, the court weighs it in different forms, where the court will say, the child is minor now. How will it be when you continuously put an aspersion on the paternity of that child? As a youngster, it would affect the mentality or the mental health of that child. Then the court can consider under the principle of well-being of the child and grant it in order to rest all forms of doubt if the matter is well presented to the judge. So just as I said initially, that there is spirit of the law and there is you call something the spirit of the law and you call something the letter of the law. So on that, I'm just trying to put that up and say we should not, when you're talking in law, you cannot be definite until matter is presented in court, and how it is presented to the judge is how you get judgment. I will go back to marriage later.
Yes. All right. Tolani, you have 3 minutes.
Thank you, lawyer in the house.
Okay. Yeah, you have 3 minutes to respond to that. And hold on, we're coming back to you. Let Tolani respond to that. Thank you.
Okay. I can hear. Yes, I heard what you said. Yeah. You mean they will ignore the Child Protection Act and grant it to go? What if this boy is adopted? Are you telling me it's not part of Aloba? If this boy is adopted and is in between the husband and the wife, so are you telling me that is not Mohbad's son? Once
are you bringing on adoption now?
Once Mohbad, no, I'm just asking. Once Mohbad, once Mohbad did not.
Is that a rhetorical question?
Listen, once
we can't cut her short.
No, so let me talk. We are not talking when you guys were talking. Let me just talk my own. Once Mohbad did not protect, and once Mohbad did not contest this paternity, nobody has right to contest it, and that is it. Only if Mohbad put it in the will. The same thing happened during this Abiola. When Abiola passed away, he put it in the will. Any other child coming out from outside, they have to do the DNA before they accept them. So that is it. That one is different. He didn't contest it when he was alive. He accepted the child as his own. So if it's not more, okay. Let's put that aside. Let's put that aside now. Now let's put that aside.
Please hold on, please.
let's put that aside. Now you are talking about DNA is part of the justice.
Thank you. Somebody
DNA, you said DNA is part of justice. No, use the DNA. Part of justice for Mohbad.
Don't call us today. It's not for calling, sir. Don't call, please.
That's what they said here. They said DNA is part of.
We are not taking calls.
Tolani, I've listened to you severally. You are making repetition. I just finished to
Somebody
talk
gave
something.
us
So
stars.
if
Then
you
we thank
are
that
against
person.
part of what I've
Who is
said,
the person that
come
gave
out.
us stars?
Let them go. You said they've gone to court. Let them go to court. Let's see the results. Yes, let's see if the court is going to grant it.
That should be the assertion of anybody that wants justice. Allow justice to take its course.
You mean the
DNA?
DNA? Okay.
No. It does not happen in justice. That is nothing, no in justice. It's because you were not able to resolve it individually. That is why you go to court. If you are able to do it, you don't have to go to court.
And because the right person that's supposed to ask for it is not here, it's not happy.
It is not about the right person. The right or not the right is no longer in anybody's hand. It is now to the court. If you take it to the court.
Okay, then why do we think? Why do we think?
I'm fine, ma.
Why do we think? Why do you guys say DNA is part of?
We are watching it together.
Justice for Mohbad, and the police is not asking for it. Are we the one that doing the investigation?
The police is not the cause.
There's no number to call on. We are using those both phones.
But the police will present the case
do call in tomorrow. I'm doing a show tomorrow.
Present the case to court. Whatever the police present to court is what the court is going to deal with.
Before the jail and low.
Hold on.
Personal phone.
The police are doing the investigation, not lawyer. Lawyer is not doing the investigation. Lawyer is not doing the investigation.
Can I tell you something?
We have not spoken. Let's have a time, please. 4 minutes. Anne, are you there?
Let me just give it.
You all have been speaking. It's just been like a repetition. But let's give others the floor, please. Anne.
Okay,
4 minutes, please. Yeah,
okay,
thank you.
I would like to delegate my time for Tolani to answer Mr. Aristocrat's, for Mr. Aristocrat to answer her. Tolani, you are saying so many things, right? I've heard you talk. Okay. I'm not going to say anything because I would ask you just this favor. Let people who understand the law explain it to you. And then if you want to contest further, then I'm not going to engage you. So, Mr. Aristocrat, you've heard what she said, right? Please, can you take my time and speak to her from the law perspective? Thank you
very much, Anne. This is my point. I established initially that if you cannot resolve your dispute, that is why you go to court. If you can resolve it, you don't have to go to court because God cannot entertain every dispute. Now, you go to court because you have strong reasons why you think either party think they should do it. Now, if we are now making discussion, which is good, we should not sit in a position where we say, no, this is how it's going to be. And that was why I spoke about the spirit of the law and the letter of the law. In the spirit of the law, it is very flexible because it is based on circumstances. Now, you all have been deliberating on why the DNA. The reason why some people are clamoring for DNA is to give in homicide cases. You leave all angles open. You don't make it we face left, and that is the only place we check because you will not resolve the case. In the history of homicide cases handling in Nigeria scores highest, around 90% across Africa, which means, and if you read each cases, you find out that the initial or the assumed preliminary report is never what will be used to conclude the case. Therefore, the investigator always explore every plausible situation. So it is left for them to listen because investigators also listen to people and make their own deduction. It is left for them to see it if it has a strong reason for them to think in that way. Then they will request for it.
They
will have to go to court to get it done. But that does not negate the fact that
those are fighting for justice. Anyway, justice for Mohbad.
A child can request it, especially in a situation where the father is now the deceased. So the grandparent can step in position of the father because the father do not exist. Because a parent do not exist does not mean someone else cannot assume that way. And that is why law is flexible. And I think that is what I would say on all that. Let me just quickly stop.
Bolaji James, I don't even know that. I don't know if he's a lawyer. I don't know anything.
There are customary traditional.
His name is Aristocrat on
I will pose a question to every one of us. Why do people get birth certificates? Your parents know where you were born. Why do you need birth certificate? Or why do you need the Nigerian passports to travel? Or why do you need a school certificate even though you are on a job and you are expert on it and there's a request for your certificate? Because certificate gives legality and recognition to status. Therefore, in every marriage, there is need for evidential status to it, which is backed by the Constitution and the law of every country. Traditional marriage is recognized across Nigeria, even across Africa. However, Nigeria as a state is governed by Constitution, though there is recognition for traditional positions. Now, if many people have made this mistake, even my parents did made it sometimes, and we have to rectify it. That they believe
Aristocrat, would you mind we come back to you, please? Thank you. Tolani, do you want to give a response for 2 minutes before you have someone else engage you? Tolani?
Okay. Yes, I can hear you. I'm here.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, like what he said about DNA. Now, I think if DNA is needed on this issue, the police will ask for it, not we. Because we are not the one doing investigation. Only if we need the DNA for something else. But for this investigation on ground, this case of justice for Mohbad on ground is with the police. I am sure it is the only authority that can take what you cannot give from you by force. So, if the DNA is needed, they will definitely request for it. Once they did not request for it, that means it is not needed in the investigation. Because we are not the one doing that investigation. So what is needed will be asked for. Whatever that is needed will be asked for, just like the death certificate. Just like the death certificate. The police got the death certificate. The family did not have it. The police got the death certificate. The family did not have it. So just like that. Anything the authority want to get, they get from anybody. So if the DNA is necessary, the authority will ask for it. Not we. Not you. Not me. Yes, saying the DNA is going to help the investigation. I am not the one that doing the investigation. You are not the one. So how is it going to help you? Because it's
okay, Tolani, thank you for your submission. Hello, please hold on. For those asking in the comment section, hold on, direct. Hold on. Everybody has a right. See, this is Papareno's platform. For those asking why we are engaging someone up, this is how Papareno wants it. He doesn't care who he brings up to the panel, whether you are wise, whether you are for one thing. So we have to make sure we respect his platform, not neglecting anybody. Let everyone have a right to their say or their views. So, Mr. Gurexi, we will come back to you, of course.
Okay, let me just respond to that, please.
Just 1 minute, please, if you are going to do that. And the next speaker is Forever Darling. Just 1 minute. Thank you.
Oh, God.
I will follow them when they're done.
Darling is next. Then we'll come back to you.
Right?
Yes, 1 minute. Sure.
Okay, well, there is a big mistake Tolani is making, and you need to correct it. You see, there is a civil possession and there is a criminal possession. On the civil angle, is different from criminal angle. In the civil angle is a family issue in which Mr. Aloba has the right to compel or initiate DNA because he wants to ascertain the paternity of his grandson. He has every right to do it, no doubt. If you are talking of the criminal charge, don't just look into the criminal aspect of it. If you are looking at the criminal aspect of it, fine. The police is the government is the prosecution in which the police represent the government. When the time comes, if they need be, they will request it from criminal angle. But on this one, that can be initiated, that can be requested, that can be compelled to do is civil.
For now. So forever, darling, you are next for 4 minutes. Thank you. Forever, darling.
Sorry, is that me?
Yes. So I know you. I think you're.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, 4 minutes.
Yes. Yeah, thank you. So I just wanted to make a point because I've been hearing that when Sister Tolani has been saying Baba Mohbad don't have rights. To be honest, in my opinion, as long as his son is not alive, if his son is alive now, we can argue his right over the DNA. However, his son has passed, so I believe he's the next in line, apart from Wunmi, who's the mother, to request for the DNA. Because to be honest, if Wunmi or Mohbad, if both of them were to pass away, the next person to look after this Liam would be the grandparents. So saying that he doesn't have right to request for a DNA, he does. Because if he feels or he heard some things or he suspected some things that there might be a foul play, he has right to request. Whether the court, he can request privately, and if she refuses, he can put it to the court through his lawyers. If the courts were to grant his request, fine. If they look through and they feel like, okay, no, you don't have a ground to stand on, we're not going to grant your request, that's fine. So that's the civil side of it. So he has right. Whether his right will be granted or not is what we don't know. Okay. And regarding the criminal side, sorry, can I still talk, Ife?
Go ahead.
Just 2 more minutes, yes.
Yes, sorry. What regarding to the criminal side, if the judge for the civil were to deny Baba Mohbad's DNA request, they deny it, and then criminal side, the prosecutor team believes that we believe you're a suspect because there's something fishy about all these things you're telling us. So we are now, you are a suspect, and we are now charging you for this. In order for our case to go on, we will require you to do a DNA in order to see whether there is a reason why you were involved in this, in Mohbad's death. So either way, it just depends. So there's civil, just like the previous guy was saying, there's civil and there's criminal part. So it's just, which right now is just the civil way that we're going on. But my point is, I believe that Mohbad's father does have rights to say, yes, I want it. But whether his right will be granted is what we don't know.
Thank you.
Okay, so Tolani, be getting ready for your response. Hold on.
No problem.
Legometi will come to you, but we'll have Detola Adike speak for 3 minutes now. Sister Detola, is she not available? Sister Detola? Okay. Okay,
can you hear me?
Yes, you have 3 minutes. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. So, Auntie Tolani, I'm really happy that at least everybody farabalẹ̀ to hear each other out. I have a question for you. You have a daughter and she's married and something happens, again, another scenario. You are next of kin. So if it involves this kind of situation, are you going to say that because, you know, your daughter has a family, that whatever happens does not concern you, that you shouldn't be a part of it?
Is the Baba the next of kin?
No, you are the next of kin.
You said the next of kin is different from the story what we are discussing here. Baba is not next of kin. You're talking now about something else.
Sister Tolani, okay.
Next of kin is different from Kote and Soy because this thing that is happening now, that Baba is not never.
If there's one thing you can't teach me is English. I'm sorry, but let me
rephrase it. Next of kin, right? Because it's not the next person.
Can I rephrase it? Okay. Can I rephrase it, please?
All right, ma. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you, sister. Let me use myself as an example. I have a daughter. She's married. I have a son. He got married. Something happened to the enemy of my son. Mm-hmm. And along the line, my son had spoken to me about issues going on within them. Mm-hmm. And I, as his mother, have a reason about the paternity of my grandson. Do I have a right to follow up to know if my grandson is actually my grandson or not?
It's okay. Can I answer that? You said you are doubting something or you can smell something. Something is fishy.
I'm not smelling anything. I didn't smell anything. My son
spoke to you.
Benny.
Yeah? Your son spoke to you. You can't prove. There's no proof for that. Even if you have proof for that, your son spoke to you. Your son spoke to you while he was elderly. And
was I expecting my son to die?
No. You said your son spoke to you. When your son spoke to you while he was alive, that something is happening. And he was still in the marriage. So if your son is not happy with what is happening, why is he staying there? Mm-hmm. You cannot ask for the paternity of the child that the father did not ask when he was alive.
No. I'm using my. Please leave Joseph Alova. I'm talking to you now.
Why didn't you do something when your son was alive? Why didn't you take that action when your son was alive? Because if that happened to me, I will take that action in front of my son. Not when it's no more. When it's
how are you? Number one, I said it. I didn't know my son was going to die.
No,
that's number one.
James,
Number
is this
two,
other Tolani,
sure
not that
I did not take an action
that
then?
TikTok Tolani.
So
Tolani.
Whatever Pied Mobile was
different from that other one.
I wasn't expecting it.
Do you understand?
Okay. For me.
Mm-hmm.
So I should just not follow up with it. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, you can't do anything because when he was alive, he told you this, and you couldn't do anything when he was there.
No, please don't say I couldn't because I did. And I wasn't expecting.
What are you going to do? You can't do anything. Your son is an adult. He's married.
I can just say, Auntie Tolani, Ejo, I will go back to what I said earlier. No. Do not let us mislead our youth.
Mislead law.
I'm not talking to you about law.
Yeah, let's talk about law. Because anything you take to court, anything you take to court, they will deal with it with law. Not Amajeka Bank or no. They will not have emotions. That is emotion. If you take anything to court, anything you about going to court. Law ni wọ́n máa fi deal pẹ̀lú ẹ̀. They don't deal with it pé family evidence ni wọ́n máa fi deal pẹ̀lú nǹkan tó wà in court. Kò ń ṣe pé ọmọ mi sọ fún mi yẹn they don't listen to that in court because it doesn't make it. Ọmọ kì í sọ ọmọ mi ọsọ fún mi mo gbọ́.
Are they not human beings?
Kí lẹ wí mà?
The people in the court, are they not human beings?
No.
But they deal with evidences and facts.
You don't have evidence.
You don't have any facts. You can't go to court and use your mouth.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ̀rọ̀ mi lẹ́jẹ́ ṣe rí.
No, ó tán ẹ̀mọ́ sọ ẹ̀yin méjèèjì sáyẹ̀nsì lẹ́ni ẹ̀dẹ̀ tíjọ lò náà. Àbùkù kọ́tà tí sọ látàrọ̀ náà is just more like repetition.
Because okay.
Yeah. So ẹ̀yin méjèèjì tíjọ lò 5 minutes. The next person will have to.
Okay, nǹkan táwọn sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan tẹ́ ní kí question tán bí mi lẹ́ẹ̀kan ẹ jẹ́ kí n dáhùn ẹ̀ máa yẹn kí lórúkọ wọn aristocrat òkè náà. Wọ́n béèrè question kan lọ́wọ́ mi.
Mo béèrè question kankan.
Ẹ ti dá ẹ ti. Ẹ jẹ́ kí next person sọ̀rọ̀ sí then so ẹ̀yin náà tún ma okay now Legometi, are you ready now?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, so please you have 3 minutes to make your submission kindly. Thank you. Yes.
Yeah, so we are all here because of the death of Morbahad. And one thing I have concluded in all this discussion we have been having is that the truth of Mohbad's death is in the DNA. And as such, DNA must be done.
Yeah. Okay.
Because we are all looking for what killed him at that early stage. That is why everyone is fighting for this DNA. It is possible that the DNA might turn out to be that Mohbad is the father of Lem. But we want to be sure.
We want to be sure.
That is why we are all saying DNA is a must. And we will be very happy if that DNA is being done. Thank you.
Okay. So anybody can ask for anything. That is why the court is there. Either negative. Anybody can go there and ask for anything. I can go there and ask for the DNA of my neighbor. Everybody, the court is open for everybody. So when you get there, so you now bring everything to the table, they might reject you and they might accept it. That is it. Court, any that is in the court, let him go to court and bring the result back. That's all.
Okay. So the next question, hold on, Mr. Gureg. Okay, so if you are a Nigerian youth on this platform at this moment, this is the reality of life. We have negative sides and we have the positive sides. Like the Holy Book, which I'm a faithful, and the Holy Book says, search the truth and hold fast to it. You shouldn't use the submissions you are hearing on this platform that, okay, maybe someone is saying DNA is compulsory. Someone just try and seek the truth for yourself. What is allowed within your culture? What is morally right? I don't want you to take the submission on this platform because, okay, it feeds your ego for now, because someone you are supporting, okay, someone is supporting the person that, what she's doing is right, what she's doing is not right. But what we are just trying to do on this, everyone has a right to their say. So there's no one is right and no one is wrong when it comes to opinion. So, Mr. Guregzi, thank you.
I want to ask a question. Really Madam Tolani, my first question is, have you ever claimed an estate of a dead parent or seen someone claiming estate of any dead?
No.
Okay, thank you. That's why. You see, you were saying next of kin. I want to tell you sincerely that next of kin is a formality. Next of kin doesn't mean that the person is entitled to everything that belongs to the dead. I had a next of kin to my parents, who happened to be my brother, my elder brother. But when at the situation when the estate was to be claimed, I approached the court. The court only said to me that I have to do one letter of administration, that I am a child to that person. Even the bank and the account officers, they never cared about whose name was written in the next of kin. You see, there are some mistakes we make. There are some things we say that mislead the people, that we just say it because we lack understanding. You see, the issue of DNA, that is why I don't want us to labor too much on estate or properties of the dead. Let us look at it from the angle of criminal and civil case. There is a civil right. In any way, if it is, they had a traditional marriage. If it is the tradition of a family to do a verification of every child before properly being adopted, it might be in a family that, okay, our full adoption is when the father of the child trains the child to the age of 18. But in case the father is no more, someone will have to take charge of fathering the child. But for us to accept that child into our family, we do a confirmation. And our confirmation will be a DNA. You see, there is no way. There are some things we argue, and at the end of the day, we'll be shamefully hiding our face at one corner because we have made a lot of blunders. In the civil area,
thank you so much for
the head
giving
of
us
the
that.
traditional marriage or the head of a traditional family is the grandfather. Is the father of the father. Is an extended family. An extended family has to do with, okay, who this. That is why in a marriage, even when a traditional marriage is to be taking place, the father has to be present. The father gives his consent and the father pays dowry because he's the one is the one receiving and taking the wife and hand it over to his son. They don't hand over a son directly to the husband or to the groom. They hand a bride over to the father. The father then, the groom accompanies the father to receive because it's been given to the father. The father takes responsibility of the welfare and of the well-being of the child, of the bride. Despite the fact that the groom, that is the husband, will be in charge. So don't let us try to mislead the public just because of ego or because of our selfish interest or because of personal interest.
Thank you.
Okay, so Tolani.
Thank
you. So Tolani, may I suggest that
I'm not going to talk. But can I just talk when you have time?
Okay. Hold on. I will let you know. Tolani, may I suggest that you should, if you can try to respond to him, because he talked about traditions and values.
Yeah.
Let's forget about civil rights for now. Let's talk about, culture, traditions. Let's hear your response based on culture.
But that doesn't go to court. That cannot be taken to court. The law of Nigeria is not made by
Do you know Sharia law is a parameter to judgment.
That is in North, not in Southwest. They will never use that.
I am telling you that there are some things you don't know in law.
No, if you marry a 12 years old in Southwest, it's an offense. If you marry a 12 years old in North, it's okay.
God bless you.
No, we are not in North, so don't talk about Sharia law.
God bless you for that.
Tolani,
you are doing well. You are doing well. We are
even in the Southwest, I can do it with more than 2 wives.
Yeah, that's marriage.
Yes, it's marriage, Abi. But
yes.
In legal court,
so what certificate do you have for that?
More than one wife. Do you know that?
Ava.
That is why they say you should choose which one you want to go for. You have right to choose. We have 35. It's now left to you.
Hold on. In religious marriage, Islamic precisely,
yes.
I can do it, which is accepted by the Constitution.
Yes.
That I can do it with more than one woman.
Yes, because that's traditional marriage.
Hold on. My answer is yes or no. It's not.
Yes, that is traditional marriage. Traditional marriage, yes.
No room for rhetoric.
Traditional marriage, that is religious
marriage.
Religious
marriage.
Yes.
And do you know that?
Okay, so yes, you've had your time now. Yes.
Okay, let me talk now.
You have spent your time.
No, I'm not.
You have told no.
But whenever they ask me questions,
let me tell you what your response was. Let me tell you what your response, Tolani. Your response was that traditions and culture does not go to court, and that summarizes it. Or do you still have something to add to that?
Yes.
Okay, 1 minute more, please. Because when you responded that way, he now engaged you. So that was why I said you have spent your time. Okay, let me give you 1 more minute, please. Tolani.
Okay, traditional. Okay, that doesn't go to court. Yeah,
yes,
that will never be allowed in the court of law.
Okay.
And then you said what did you say? You said the father. Okay, you said a child that was born, if the father passed, the other family member, before they can take that child in, if they want to know the paternity of that boy, they want to take him. That is the boy that is born outside, not the boy that was born before the father passed. Ọmọ tí wọ́n ń gbé wá láti ta ló máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ DNA kò ṣe ọmọ tó wà nulẹ̀ nígbà tí bàbá ẹ̀ ti accept ẹ̀. No. Yes, the child that was born in the family and the father really accepted it. And the father did not deny the paternity. You cannot ask. But if they bring somebody else now from Mohbad, from outside, yes, Baba can ask. That is it.
One can ask for DNA of a wife inside a husband's home.
No, nobody. You can't ask for DNA. That is. You cannot ask for DNA of somebody. You
can keep your submissions for now. Yes, you have 3 minutes. Yes, thank you.
Because some parents, some father ask their wife to go and bring a child from outside. So it's not our business.
Wow.
I want to agree.
This lady is still talking now. Let her rest.
Okay, let me listen to you now.
This is what I want to say. Yeah, I am not engaging Tolani because I don't think Tolani is an expert everybody should question. I am throwing my question generally. I don't want to engage her. I don't want to engage her, so she doesn't have to respond to what I want to say. This is what I want to say. You see, in life, you don't choose one and drop it when it doesn't suit you. Just like Morbahad says about traditional principle. In traditional principle, which I said earlier, you have the extended family embedded in traditional. Now, if you claim you have a wedding traditionally, you will follow the rules of tradition only, without defect. Therefore, if you want to take the matter to court, and which I want to cancel from any palace that say you can't take traditional matter to court, you take it to court. The best court for you is the customary court under the Constitution that handles everything that has to do with tradition. So you cannot say, I am aligning with traditional custom, and when it comes to legal matter, I am now aligning with the Constitution, or I'm aligning with the English law. It doesn't work like that. You choose where you want to play. Now, lastly, this is what I want to say. A lot of people have made this error. It is an error of perception across Nigeria. There is a difference when you have to legalize something, and you must go through it as the law has prescribed. Just like when you go to Commissioner of Oath to stamp your affidavits, that means you are putting a law on it and you want to use it for certain things. You don't have to be there. The same way you do it to things that you do behind. Now, there are many cases, and mostly because of dispute on estates, that many people that have had traditional wedding will be advised by their legal partners to say it is never too late. If you now have dispute that needs to go to court where you will be judged constitutionally, you must get something that the government recognizes as a symbol of authority. That is why a woman can't just change her name because she did a traditional wedding. She needs to go through the process of changing her name. She needs to do a public notification, and she needs to do a sworn affidavit. That is what is acceptable, and that affects traditional wedding. Now, under Nigerian law, the customary court handles everything tradition. You can name your child in your house, but you must go to government to get the birth certificate. You can't tell them, I've given birth to my child, it's me that know it's my child, or it's me that know the date. No need for birth certificate, whatever I say it is. It doesn't work like that. Same thing goes to many traditional weddings. Many people will take those certificates printed by Alaga Iduro, they will take it and say, this is my certificate. They will bounce it back, especially when you want to do things under the state that request such thing. For example, you want to claim property of your husband or something, and they say, someone is saying you are not married to the person. You need to come with a document of government seal, and you say, I married him traditionally. They will not accept it. You will need to go to a customary court because it's traditional wedding to get the certificate under that principle. And that is why it's important. That is why it's only because many people handle their dispute out of this. That is why it's not too common. Thank you very much. I drop.
Thank you.
Can I talk now? No, Tolani,
Yes.
okay. Thank you for your submissions. I think we don't need to engage.
Okay, thank God for
one another anymore. Yes, and thank you for your submissions. You know, you have a right to your opinion, and okay, so that's fine. So I think what we just do is we go around. Hold on, please, hold on. So we go around all the panelists and we give ourselves time, you know, to talk for allotted minutes. Okay. So Tolani will definitely come back to you to make further submissions if you have them. So thank you. So Lagometi, you might have to wait because Forever a Darling asked for a time, you know, earlier. So just hold on. So after her, we'll give you some time. Then we go to Anne. After her, and Detola. So Forever a Darling, are you there now? Forever a Darling.
Sorry, King.
Okay, you have 3 minutes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was just doing some research about because Sister Tolani is talking about the law and they don't have rights and stuff like that. So I was just doing some research. So it says here that grandparents do not have automatic right to apply. However, but before they can make an application, they must first obtain permission from the court. This additional step is necessary to filter out applications that might not be in the best interest of the child. Yeah. So the best interest of the child is a necessity here. And then it says that there are several reasons. There are several reasons for a DNA test can be requested from grandparents. One is immigration DNA application. Another is social services looking to place a child with extended family. Seriously. Another is death of a father not on a birth certificate for inheritance and insurance claims. And lastly, peace of mind. Peace of mind. So these are points that grandparents can actually put to the court that they would like to request for DNA. So I'm just putting it to you that although they don't have automatic rights, but if it's put in a certain way to the court, they do have rights. That's it.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, I just wanted to add to what Aristo said, and when he was saying it, the experience of my mom just came in, and I felt I should just relate it quickly. My mom was married for 35 years, traditionally to my dad, and just 2 years ago, my dad divorced my mom, and my mom could not do anything. Why? Because they did not do court wedding. She left the marriage empty-handed with her children. And my father got married to another woman. So, and he also added that it is very important for all women to go for court wedding, apart from a traditional wedding. Why? To secure yourself and your children.
Surely, I think you're right on that.
All right.
Maybe the second wife, the dad married
Okay. Just let her finish. I want to add something, madam. It is not important, just court. You see, when you finish your traditional wedding, you go to a customary court that is in your local government. Tell them you want to get form for the traditional wedding. On that form, there are two major prerequisites that will make you to get a government certificate that you are married to this person. They will ask for picture of both fathers, because under the traditional constitution, traditional wedding or principle, it is the father that gives out a child and receives a wife. So they need a picture of those two and they will sign. Okay. Then that of the couple. Once it is done, they will give you a certificate. And that tells you are legally. But when you say, I am traditional, oh boy, you not go get the privilege that we get if you don't have the certificate. So don't let us deceive ourselves. Thank you.
Okay. So Anne.
Okay.
Anne, yes, you have 3 minutes. Thank you. Yes.
Okay, I don't really have much to say, but I just want to say, you see, as far as this case is concerned, anytime we come online to, to debate, argue, or analyze, let's just be factual. And when you see people who have legal experience that are talking, it's good to align that. Let's not just be saying, it's my opinion. Your opinion does not hold sway in court. It's facts, it's evidences, and evidences are not just, a physical image or whatever. Even your words are evidences, as long as they can be proven. That's it, end of. Thank you, Mr. Aristocrat, for your legal submission, and the other lady. And so I hope, Tolani, I hope you're convinced now, and you're not going to be pushing narrative of, of saying that the father has no right to ask for DNA. They have explained to you from the civil aspect why he has a right. Let me finish, please. They've explained to you from the civil aspect why he has a right, and also from the criminal aspect. Once the police or the investigative team can find a lead, they will push for that. And at that time, your beloved friend or lady you support, Wunmi, would have no choice. That's all I have to say. I don't want to engage any further. Thank you.
Okay, and thank you. So the next speaker now will be Desola. After Desola, Tolani, you can make further submissions. Thank you. Desola, 3 minutes. Thank you.
Thank you, Fetayo. I want to buttress on what Lego said. I am actually, what is it called? A good example of what she said. My parents met in high school. They got married in Nigeria. They had me in America. Now, my dad got married to somebody else in America, and he died. When he died, they put the woman's name on his death certificate. I now went to fight it, and they were telling me that by right, they got married in the registry. And I was fighting it that my parents had been married from Nigeria, traditionally, and it was not recognized. That has been something that I use as a lesson, that I used to teach people older than me. Those that I know that are couples in America that are not married legally. Because it does not hold water if you are married traditionally. I wanted to point that in. Now, for Forever a Darling, the third reason she read about, the grandparents asking for the DNA, I believe in that. They have a right to. I don't know. You know what? The thing is, when we have mindsets, it's very, not difficult, but it's difficult to let people see things in another direction, which is what is happening with Auntie Tolani. She keeps talking about the law, the law, the law, the law. There is the law. Like you said, there is civil, there is law. What applies, applies. We don't say because we live in diaspora or because we are learned, we should forget our culture. And for one thing, I've said it earlier, Baba Mohbad definitely will be on Mohbad's birth certificate. I know this question I want to ask, none of us can answer it. Is little man's name on Mohbad's birth certificate, if there's even anything like that existing? I know none of us can answer that. Does little man have a birth certificate? Is Mohbad's name on it? And another question, what would have prompted Mohbad, according to what we heard, the scenario on the bridge, on the highway, why would he have behaved like that to Wunmi? These are questions, rhetorical questions we can answer, because we were not there.
Is there any proof for that?
I'm still speaking, ma. That's why I said it's a rhetorical question we can't answer. It is what the people who were there with them were saying. That's the more reason when they start their corona and the court, the two people that were witness to it will be able to tell us. So again, is Mohbad's name on little man's birth certificate? Since we've been talking, since I've been hearing this Mohbad's case, nobody has said anything about little man's birth certificate.
Why would they even talk about his birth certificate when he's the
Tolani,
child?
before I come to you,
No, so
my knowledge about birth
certificates
certificates in Nigeria, with 500 naira, you can go to the records department, the birth records department in any general hospital, and obtain and you can. In fact, I think I lost for my children. I lost one of theirs So when we needed this for immigration purposes, I went to obtain another. So even they only have a manual record for it.
Okay.
So you can obtain it as much as 5 times if you want to. So what I'm trying to say is that even if the late Mohbad's name was on the boy's certificates, she can always get another. She can have as many as she wants to get, with different names on it.
And I'm sorry, ma. I've not even heard anywhere where a particular hospital has been mentioned that little man was born in. Thank you.
No, it was said that she put to bed in a traditionalist home. Okay, so it was said that she put to bed in a traditionalist home. So, okay, but what she just needs to do if she wants a birth certificate is just go to the records department in the general hospital and they will let her have one. So, Tolani, you have 3 minutes to make your.
Okay, now what I'm going to say now is we are talking about justice for Mohbad. Let's leave the DNA about that alone. So we're talking about justice for Mohbad. I want to ask a question. Yeah, we are looking for justice for Mohbad. Yeah, but why do we have something to do with the suspect if we are really looking for justice?
How? What do you mean?
Because I can hear a lot of you talking about spending this and that and that and that. Okay. Because they are so-called suspect at the moment.
I believe you are supposed to make submission, not
the reason why
you are starting another topic.
No. Okay, sorry. Okay.
Maybe she's tired of that topic.
Because we are just going up. You said Baba has gone to the court. You said Baba has gone to the court. I said, okay, let's wait. Let's wait and let him bring the results from the court. Let's talk about it.
Let her finish her submission, please. Okay. So it is your choice. It is the next speaker's choice.
Okay.
If he or she wants to respond to the question or wants to continue on the topic at hand.
Yeah, because you guys said they have gone to the court. So it's only 2 more minutes.
Everything. 2 more minutes, yeah.
Okay. Now I heard people saying, talking about spending, talking about what's it called? The other guy and all that, the suspect. We are looking for justice. I don't think we should have anything to do with the suspect if we are really looking for justice. We are saying we are saying the police has compromised. We cannot take the investigation to Ghana police. We are still going to stay with the Nigeria police. They're still going to give us what we want because we cannot do investigation on our own. And it's the police that are going to present everything to the court. And the suspect, I don't know what you guys are doing with suspect because I know you guys are saying you are looking for justice, you're supporting Baba, but you are contributing money to get all the suspects out of the custody. I don't understand that. Because if you are looking for justice, if you are looking for justice for Mohbad, we should just look away and leave the suspect to face their problem.
Look away, okay?
Yes, because they are suspect. They call them suspect. They call them suspect. We shouldn't have anything to do with them.
Yes,
they call them suspect. We shouldn't have anything to do with suspect if we are really looking for justice. Or only if we are looking for something else.
How do you mean have something to do with them? Your question is not making sense. You said have something. What do you mean? Be specific. In what sense? What are you saying?
But are they not suspect? They are suspect. They were in the custody. But you guys contributed money, solicited money to get them out of the custody. Why did you do that? What is
Hold on. She has one more minute. Hold on, she has that 1 minute.
That is what I said. I said you guys were soliciting for the suspect to get them out of the custody.
Who are the guys you are generalizing? Because
the people that are looking for justice for Baba Mohbad, for justice for Mohbad.
The people.
Yes, because I can see.
Hold on, 1 more minute.
Yes, I was on Westo platform. They were talking about suspect. You guys are the same, right? Because I can see Westo here sometimes.
Aristocrat, please. Aristocrat.
Don't generalize.
Okay, sorry if you're not one. Maybe you guys are not one. I don't know.
Generalize.
Respect for one another.
Okay. Let me put it this way. I'm not going to use guys now. Do you think it makes sense if we are looking for justice for Mohbad and we are protecting or romancing the suspects?
Really?
Yes.
Hold on. Okay. So Tolani, time up. Thank you.
I have asked my question.
So the next speaker would be Gurexi, and it is your choice if you want to respond to our questions or you want to continue on the topic earlier on. Thank you. You have 3 minutes. Gurexi, are you there? Gurexi. Okay.
It's there.
Okay. Did you hear her submission earlier?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, so it is your choice if you want to respond or you want to continue on the topic we were discussing earlier.
It wasn't a submission. It's opening another facet of discussion, which I appreciate. But first and foremost, I want to appreciate the doggedness and the steadfastness of Madam Tolani. But one thing I want you to know is this. I want you to learn a lesson. I want you to learn a big lesson from this discussion. Because the way I'm seeing it, we might have 1 or 2 persons that are neutral. You seem to be a pro-Wunmi, and nobody has used any vulgar language or insulted you. But when anybody is in the midst of you guys, you tend to run the person down, insult the person, chastise the person, and do a lot of things. Please and please, let Mohbad, justice for Mohbad will end one day, and we will all come back together as Nigerians, fighting for a cause that will develop and improve our nation. So my submission in that regard is that DNA is a must. No negotiation. Nobody can stop DNA.
The court will decide that.
Hello. I have the floor, please.
Okay.
DNA is a must. Nobody is non-negotiable. Nobody can stop DNA. Either we let court or no court or whatever, DNA is a must. Even a judge cannot tamper with the demand and the request of Nigerians and rightful father of the dead father. Now, on what you said, dealing with the suspect, well, there could be called suspect. Suspect is not an accused. A suspect will provide information. A suspect is more or less a witness, but there is a witness, there is a suspect, there is an accused. They are still a suspect. They are still suspects. And whatever, if you think you have an information you want to get from a suspect, you can do anything to get the suspect to give you particular information that you need or a clarification. Look, if you check through everything, I never had anything to do with spending or prime boy. But those who deem it fit to deal with him genuinely wanted and sincerely wanted a certain clarification from them in which they need to know what are your involvement, what do you know, what are the things that happen in such a way or at this particular time. So having them being bailed out by Nigerians, by interested people, does not mean that they are not fighting for justice. If the law today says, prime boy, you are a culprit, or spending, you are the one that is a culprit, nobody can, they have gotten the information they needed to get from them. So don't try to muddle up issues. They are not trying to keep them away from facing trial or trying to keep them away from being tested under the temple of justice. But they did it because they want clarification based on a subject matter. So it's very clear and very open. Thank you.
Our next speaker would be Han. No, our next speaker would be Han. So, but before I... the floor.
What about me?
No, you spoke earlier. You spoke, then Detola. After Detola was Tolani. You're going in circles, understand? So then, Tolani can.
Okay.
Can I say she's changing the topic? No, but then if she has something bothering her mind, as long as it is still under justice for Mohbad, she can say it out. So we don't have to drag the DNA stretch for hours and hours. Of course, it has been established that the grandfather of Liam has the right to ask for the DNA. Though she is of a different opinion that he doesn't have the right, but yes, it is still her opinion. So, Han, you have 4 minutes to make whatever submission you have. Han, are you there?
Yeah, I would probably. Okay, your next question you brought on was saying, why did this suspect, I don't like the word you said, romancing. You talked about the police handling this case. Now, it might interest you to know that most offences are bailable. They have the right to bail, so they have a right to. Okay, I'll give you let's even leave Nigeria alone. There's somebody here in the UK who had a case and he was allowed bail. He just had a tag put on him so they could monitor him, make sure he doesn't leave the country. End of. Right? So Spending, Prime Boy, the nurse, they all have a right to bail. And as much as the police, which you say are the ones handling this case, deem it fit for them to be bailable, there you have your answer. Now, people who are contributing for them, you call them his supposed kindred or family or friends who feel concerned, and there's nothing under the law that says that cannot be done. So I wouldn't use the word what's the word you said, romancing them or whatever crap that was. No, they have a right to bail. People decide to contribute. Fair on them, that's fine. For whatever reasons they had, yes. Now you might be interested to know that some of their conditions of bail do not allow them to speak. So most of them have been out on bail, but they don't have to speak about the case. So as long as they're doing what the law says and what the police who got them into the custody said, then they're fine. That's all I have to say. Next person, please.
Okay, can I talk? Can I talk to what you just said now? Yeah, you said you don't like the word romance. Yeah, the reason why I said romance is yes, they were on bail. Yeah, and I can see some people solicited money for them, lots of money for them to get
Tolani,
them.
It is not your time yet, please. You will have no one is engaging you. When it is your time,
you're not allowing her to stop.
Okay. So Detola, you have 3 minutes. After Detola, we have aristocrats for 3 minutes also. Then we have a new person come up the panel. We should also have, so take 3 minutes, please. Thank you.
Auntie Tolani, you said we should leave everything for the police. It is the same police that placed a bail on these two people that you were mentioning. Okay. So are you telling me the police is wrong for granting them bail?
No, I never said that.
It's a bailable offense.
You just said people solicited money for them.
Yeah, I never said police. Everybody, they have to be on bail. But
so what did you say?
People were soliciting money for them, putting them in the hotel. That's what I call romance.
Everything came together. Wait, Emma Bommy. Everything they didn't come out. Can I speak, please? They didn't come out to solicit money to put them in the hotel. They solicited for money to get them out and for other miscellaneous. It was the way you're making it sound as if they solicited money for them to come out and be in an hotel. No. The police granted them bail. And if police felt they were supposed to be there until court proceedings, they will stay there. You cannot hold people against, unlawfully more than certain hours. So whoever wanted to donated. You can't fault anybody for donating. It doesn't concern your set of people. Do you understand?
What is the justice for Mohbad then? When we are protecting?
Let me tell you what justice for Mohbad is. Let me tell you. For me, as far as I'm concerned,
what is justice for Mohbad? I want to know that justice for Mohbad. What is the meaning, please?
I want to respond to you. Justice for Mohbad is finding out who paid Mohbad. Number one, the people who were in the house when his eyes were closed and never woke up are suspects. These two people that were left behind the bars were not even there. I'm not saying people don't plot, but they were not even physically,
okay, ma.
They were not physically present in the house. So it is people who were actually in that house who were supposed to be behind bars. Now, these two guys were reprimanded. The police deemed it fit to let them go based on money, based on bail. Yes. The reason is because they are witnesses to what is coming forth. Do I answer your question, ma?
No, ma.
Yeah, Tolani, hold on. You still have your time. So before Aristocrat will have the floor, Tolani, I think I have I have an opinion on the question you raised about suspects.
Go ahead, ma.
The reasons why some of us are advocating for justice on mobile, but tend to be on Baba's side because, of course, the other fraction as well, they claim they are advocating for justice. Okay, so why we think we contributed and facilitated their bail release was because, for me personally, I feel the police have compromised big time in this events of death of morbahad. The police has compromised a lot. And what are the reasons I feel the police have compromised? The boy died. Those in the house, in fact, that is a topic for another day. That why didn't the wife of the deceased, his manager, the supposed lawyer that was on ground, and many other people that Baba counted and numbered to be in tens of tens, that is up to 100 in the house, why did any of them not make a formal report about the event before the father of the deceased arrived in that house? So why is it that they don't have the knowledge? Is it that the friends and associates of Mohbad did not have the knowledge that, okay, the police should be aware of this, the police should be informed of this, Mohbad was involved in the house? Did they feel it was the right thing to do at that moment? And Baba taking the body of his son to the police station to obtain a police report. He said he waited for about 3 hours. Later, one of the officers came out and declined the granting of the police report, that he was not going to be giving a police report. So then, what did the police even make an attempt to identify the body in the ambulance that is in front of the station? Did they make an attempt to identify that body? Did they make an attempt to make an inquiry? Did they even make an attempt to go to that house that very day? So these are one of the reasons why we feel, okay, the police have compromised big time, and if they are not arresting those that were in the house when the man died, why will it be those that were not with him? So that is one of the reasons I feel, okay, they facilitated the release of the suspects in the station. So, is Aristocrat available? Okay.
I'm available now.
Okay. So you have 3 minutes. Then after Aristocrat, we have
3 minutes.
We have a.
How many minutes did you give others? Just let me make my submission and I will drop.
Okay. All right. Okay.
No.
Okay.
This is my point. I'm not interested in whichever question that is raised. I'm only interested in one thing and one thing only. For everybody to understand that if you don't understand the tenets of the law, don't misinform people based on your personal thinking or assumption, because it's dangerous. Many people are learning, and because people speak passionately, they might think whoever is passing the wrong information is passing the right information. Google is not the only source for real information. We should get information properly. Number 2, I will enjoy everyone to understand that this justice for Mohbad has its own faults. Where government is more concerned is the criminal aspect of it, which is the justice for Mohbad for me.
That's it.
People should be vigilant. People should understand that it is your money, my money. Maybe for those who are not living in Nigeria, they don't pay tax in Nigeria, but they have family that they send money to and they pay tax. It is my money that the government is using to prosecute criminal matters. Therefore, I have a say in what they do. And that is what you call public opinion. But for public opinion to be accentuated to, the public must galvanize themselves, mobilize themselves, and have a well thought out communique that government will listen to. And these are the communique. We've, on every platform, many platforms, people have done a lot of dissecting of this matter. There are salient questions that needs answer. Now,
Tolani, there's a background noise here. Can you mute your mic, please, Tolani? So when you're ready, you unmute yourself. Thank you.
So if there was an homicide case that it took the police to come into it over a week after, then police must do more. There is need for people to look through, and we all need to start to demand for full forensic of everyone 48 hours to the pie of this young man. Number one. Number two, we need to continue, just like Madam Mary says, demand for all the required medical tests that government said they've come to do. We need to say it. And we also need to understand that as citizens, government owes us the right to protect our lives and property, because this is enshrined in the Constitution of Nigeria, and this is the first responsibility of government. Therefore, if someone loses his or her life in a suspicious circumstance, it is the job of the government to find out and bring the culprit to justice. What we need to do as a people is, we are doing this for posterity case. It can be my relative tomorrow. It could even be me. If it be anybody. But if there is a judicial precedent, then you can refer to it and you can be protected under it. This is the first time in Nigeria we have a case like this. And Nigeria is a leading light in homicide case. All of us have to be vigilant, to ask the right question, not frivolous questions. We need to understand this part and support who we want to support, but at the end of the day, I hope that all criminals, whoever it may be, are brought to justice. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
Oluwatosin, you're next after you.
I have to hang up now. I have a party that I have to go and attend.
Can you hold on for the next 3 minutes, please? Please. Okay. Please. Okay, Oluwatosin, are you there? Are you ready?
Okay, yes.
Okay, 3 minutes, please. Yeah, thank you.
Okay. I will just go straight to the point, and this is my own personal view and opinion about this. First is, we all need to understand something, that irrespective of the situation of things, that this whole Mohbad issue is actually out there for everybody. The thing is, most of us, or let me say all of us, are actually not even parties to this situation at all. Number one is, we are not members of the family in any way.
Okay.
So whatsoever we choose to decide or to discuss is actually a personal issue that is based on either information available on social media or based on assumption. Most of us actually discussing on social media regarding this Mohbad issue, we are actually discussing third-party information, which is mostly based on assumption. So number one is, I think this whole issue about DNA or no DNA should actually be put to rest. No matter how you want to look at it, either the civil way or maybe the legal way. The thing is, there are some certain things that it is just open to common sense. Before Mo died, at least Liam the son was 5 months. What exactly, when they gave birth to Liam, and maybe let's assume and agree that Mo told Baba something, what did Baba do?
God bless you.
What exactly did Baba do for that 5 months before Mo died? Now the thing is, if Baba wants DNA, the process is very, very simple. It is either, at least according to Yoruba culture, it is either Baba calls the family together to a meeting and say, okay, I want a DNA to be done based on so, and so. In this case, Baba has not asked, has not called for any meeting. It is all when social media. This whole issue first came into limelight. The first thing in the interview which Baba Mohbad granted, he said he wanted the DNA because the public are asking for it.
God bless you.
He wants the DNA, not because like maybe he doubts the paternity or anything, but because the public wants it. He wants it. So now the thing is, Baba has not directly summoned Wunmi, maybe through the family, that this is what I want. He didn't do that. So the next thing is for him to go to court. Let Baba go to court, get an order, mandate to me to do DNA, and this whole thing should actually be put to rest. Not like people like talking about the DNA as if like we are not even like their family members. So the thing is, when I listen to people say like, Wunmi needs to come and tell us, who are the we? Who exactly are the we? We are just here like commentators. We are just like analyzing each issue to which our opinion does not even matter or count in any way.
Who is this man speaking?
All right, so Tolani, you can have your 3 minutes. So Tolani, you're next. Thank you.
Who is this man speaking? I love
Mr. Tosin, do you know that Baba has written to his lawyer, and you know Baba has come public to request? So Baba has requested in several ways.
Wait, Baba, we have said this over and over. No, let Tola have a time. You will not have your time, please. Let's respect one another, please. Thank you. Let's talk 3 minutes. After the Tola is Tolani. Thank you.
Okay. Like I said, it's. I'm actually very happy with this platform today, especially. People are talking and giving each other the respect that we all deserve as adults. My thing with what we have been talking about, the DNA, is still stands. God will see each and every one of us through in our own lives and our own ways. It's justice for Mohbad all the way for me, and I base it on what Ilerioluwa Aloba said with his own mouth in the recording. I'm off to a party. We all have our lives outside of Mohbad, as much as we're involved. Have a nice night, everybody. God bless each and every one of us.
Bye. Okay, so Tolani, 4 minutes. After Tolani, forever a darling. Thank you.
Okay, I'm here. So, as I've said, as I was saying, the DNA, Baba did not doubt the DNA before Mo passed. He has never doubted the DNA, the paternity of the boy. When Mo was alive, he has never doubted the paternity of the boy. Why now? So that is why I said all what you guys are saying, like, okay, Baba have rights, Baba have rights. It was not. He has never doubted the paternity of the boy. And he said he doesn't even need it. It's Nigeria that need it. So we are nobody. We are not in their family. We are not their family member. So that's why I said, all this you are saying, Wunmi doesn't have rights. That boy was accepted in their family. Nothing more, no problem, nothing. Everything was fine until when Mohbad passed away. Because Baba is listening to people on social media. Baba doesn't have anything against Wunmi when Mohbad was alive. He doesn't have anything against Wunmi that, oh, he's sleeping somewhere. No. All this came out when Mohbad passed away. Saying your son told you something, your son told you this. That we didn't fight it when your son was alive. Nobody, no problem. No problem, nothing like paternity, nothing like, oh, this son.
The issue of paternity.
They were even close, and he was even feeding this boy. He would take this boy and he would be feeding him. Why now? Because they're talking about property. They now brought the DNA all of a sudden. So that's why I say this is not okay, and the intention is not right.
Okay, Tolani. Okay, thank you. So, Forever Darling, are you available now?
Yes, I am. I am thinking about
What did you say?
I'm listening.
Okay, please. I'll give you 3 minutes, but I just have a quick addition to what Tolani is saying. Okay, Tolani, I understand the fact that you're showing a lot of concern for baby Liam, that after all, Baba never doubted the paternity of the child when his son was alive. Of course, I agree with you on that. But then, no one prepares for eventualities. I don't think any parent will prepare to have a 26-year-old child, whether man or woman, die suddenly. And so it has happened. I won't agree that Baba should take it in good faith. Not even when the boy died in a mysterious circumstances. And you're saying when Mohbad was alive, what did Baba do? Fine, Baba won't do much when Mohbad was alive. And I will tell you why. Because you are one of those saying, Baba is an outsider. Baba is an extended family. He has to allow his son exercise rights as a husband over his wife. I think the major thing he can do is just to advise his son. Okay, maybe you should do it this way. Maybe you should do it this way. And even if he advises him, if his son takes his advice, good. If he doesn't, there is nothing he can do because he is also a man of his own house. But now, this guy, this 26-year-old man, has died mysteriously. Àwọn Yorùbá máa ń sọ pé nǹkan tó bá sọnù àti pé nǹkan tó bá sọnù ìwàkúwà la máa ń wá nǹkan tó bá sọnù àbí sọ nǹkan tó I can't really get the phrase right now. Ìpè ìwàkúwà la máa ń wá nǹkan tó bá sọnù àbí báwo. This guy is dead. So the father now has a right to get justice for his son based on the complaints he has heard earlier about all the things his son has told him. I think he still has a right to present whatever reports he has been hearing, if that would aid the police in reaching a conclusion about what happened to his son. Okay, so Forever a Darling, you have 3 minutes. After Forever a Darling, then we have we have Shegun Akura that joined not too long ago. Thank you. So Forever a Darling, you go now.
Regarding the DNA, and I've always been saying, I wasn't sure how Sister Tolani was going to end our conversation because she went on to talk about the people, the suspect that they released. So I'll just touch a bit of both. So regarding the DNA, it would have been so much better and so peaceful if Baba Mohbad and Wunmi just come together and Wunmi just do the DNA. That's what we would have wanted that way. What I would have wanted that way. If she would have chosen to do the DNA, everything would have just been smooth. We would have found out Mohbad is the father, and then we'll focus on the criminal side of how he passed away. That would have been the best bet, but it's not. So the next option would be for Baba Mohbad to go to court and then try and get the court order and then do the DNA. So we've clarified that, to me, well, I don't know what Sister Tolani is still arguing that he doesn't have rights. We've clarified that he actually does have rights. But whether his rights will be granted is what we don't know. And regarding the suspects that you said they released, I believe, I'm not sure, don't get me wrong, they were held that is quite a long time to hold a suspect and you're not charging them to court. It's a long time to hold them. So at some point I'm sure they gave them a bail condition, and maybe they were not able to meet the condition. But the public coming together to give funds and money, that's their decision. People are entitled to spend the money how they want to spend. That's their prerogative, to be honest. So them coming together to assist them in releasing them, hoping, I guess the public were hoping to get some information out from them. But I am certain part of their bail condition is that they are not allowed to speak about this case anywhere on social media. So that's probably why they're not talking about it, and Prime Boy is just coming online to just relax and whatever he's doing, which is fine. So, but my point is, the people that they release does not mean they cannot be recalled. They are on bail. So
they are still on bail.
Back, charged, and then go to court. And there can be other people charged. So apart from Prime Boy spending and the nurse, other people, more charges can come in. Wunmi can be charged if they felt like, okay, there's a reason for the charges, to come in. There are other people that can be charged. Maybe other people in that house that they felt they need that, no, we can charge you, or we have a ground to stand on. These things can be done. So bail doesn't mean acquitted, they can still be brought back. Yeah, that's it.
When Tolani
thank you. So Shago Akura, you have 3 minutes to make your position. Please, no insult.
Because they don't sleep on
TikTok. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody.
Welcome.
We have been on this case now, and to me, it's just like, going all over and again. And in this platform, I'm always, here. Sometimes, I've been caused, I've been insulted, I've been abused, so many things on this platform. So it comes to a point of time where I choose that I will just, stay at the bottom and see how everything flows. You see, the problem with this fighting for morbahad or no morbahad is being divided. There are some people that are really interested in getting the root cause of a morbahad death. Some people have been divided in such a way that some are riding with Wunmi and some are riding with morbahad's father. But whatever the case may be, I'm a Yoruba man. I was born and raised in my culture, Yoruba culture. And I know we have a very, very, very rich culture. But unfortunately, we are losing this culture. And it's saddening. Yoruba man pé nǹkan kan ní ó bójúmu, unethical àti tó kan tó wà ethical. There are certain things in law that they are unethical. Yet,
it's lawful.
You can do it and you cannot be prosecuted for it. But it is unethical. Because you get away with it does not mean it's right. Now, morbahad died. I don't wish it on my enemy. For a guy like that is rising so high with a great future. At first, when this case happened, the conclusion was Naira Marley, because we Nigerians were with so much emotion. Naira Marley, really this thing. At the end of the day, as the case progresses, we discover that there are so many things behind it. I never had anything against Wunmi, and up to now. But so many cases and revelations about this case made me to think that maybe Wunmi might have something to do with it. Mr. Luashem, you came up. And majority of us are saying because while Mohbad was alive, he did not dispute the paternity of this kid, so as a result, nobody can do it. But let us put it this way. There are certain things we have to choose our word carefully. And what we preach for our upcoming generation. We are losing our culture and we are losing that tradition. Mrs. Tolani, you were talking about if you get married and you have a child, because you will be married, he has to be your child. What are you preaching? Even though if the law backs it up, she nǹkan tó bójúmu ni.
Bukky.
Won't lose culture, won't lose tradition, and yet because we embrace this Western religion, Western culture and the Western law, we have been able to neglect the roots. I heard what many people are saying. Oh, you see, that's the point, and the reason why I don't want to come up is that the 3 minutes, the timing that you've been doing, it's not been that fair, because 3 minutes is not enough for someone to really pour what they want to say. Now you tell me my time is up now.
You're the only one complaining. Yes, you come back. Of course, you'll come back.
No, I don't. I'm gone. Best of luck to you guys. Bye bye.
Okay, and best of luck to you also. Thank you. I said, Jesse, CJ. Jesse.
I'm here.
Your background noise.
Is it much?
Okay, you can go ahead. 3 minutes, please. Thank you.
Okay. Well, it is so pathetic and so saddening as to how some people reason. Anyways, that's what makes us humans. We reason differently and see things from different perspectives. Notwithstanding, if your perspective of what you're saying something from isn't clear, and some people are kind of wanting to pull you through, and you refuse to listen to them, then I think that person is being stupid and unreasonable. I see no reason as to why women wouldn't or shouldn't do DNA test. I see no reason. Surrounding the death of morbahad, you get, seeing how morbahad passed away, I see no reason why women shouldn't do DNA. This guy, he wasn't sick. He wasn't sick. He didn't have an accident. He was not shot. This guy passed away in his comfort zone, his safe heaven. That is when this guy passed away. And all one person come up and tell us is we have no right, or the father of the deceased has no right to ask for DNA. The question I would like to ask this lady in question is, and has she seen cases where the man and the wife have both lived for like 15 or 20 years, and later on the man now find out that 1 or 2 of his child is not his biological child?
We have seen many.
So things like this are happening. Things like this will happen, and things like this are happening. You get the point? So she coming to tell us we don't have the right, or Papa doesn't have the right to do DNA and stuff like that. Because I'm sorry, my background is my background.
You don't worry,
is becoming too much.
You have one more minute to go on. Yes, you can. I like the fact that you're speaking out your mind, irrespective of where you are.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. So when we get into this matter of morbahad critically, intensively and extensively, a sane person, a normal person, will not in any way go against DNA. What if the justice we are seeking, the justice we've been clamoring for, is in that DNA? Just what if? And one person will just come out and telling us we shouldn't give DNA. DNA can't give us the justice we want or we seek. Hello.
situation, seeing how Mohbad passed away, well, everybody has the right to restrict it, but
I don't think Baba has spoken in Berekete.
Thank you.
Okay, Casey. Thank you. So Queen B, are you?
I don't think Baba has spoken in Berekete. He's still on the queue.
Okay, please hold on. So Queen B, you have 3 minutes, but after you, because people are complaining the 3 minutes is too short. Okay, so all other after the 3 minutes that you have, and the next speakers will have 5 minutes from now on. So after you, Mr. Burexi will have a sign. Then after Burexi, we have Tolani. Thank you. So Queen B, you have 3 minutes for now. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, everyone. I want to direct this question to Tolani. Tolani, please, could you answer me? Do you have children, please? I'm not trying to invade your personal life, but I just want to know, do you have children? Yes.
Okay,
Thank you for answering that. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a very simple scenario, just to make it simple for us to understand. If you take your children to a daycare, a nursery, or wherever you take your children to, your children are hale and hearty, and then midday you get a phone call, probably you're at work or you're at home, you get a phone call to say that there's an emergency and something has happened and you need to come back to the daycare. And before you get there, you're given the sad news, God forbid, not your children, but it's a scenario. And you're given the sad news that your child has died. Who in that scenario would you hold responsible? Who would you want to give you answers as to what happened to your child? Who?
Can I answer that?
Sure.
You said children. Mohbad is not a child.
I'm giving you a scenario because when I say...
No, don't use children. Use adults.
No.
Use adults.
No, I'm using a child because, you know why? Because you owe your child a duty of care.
But I don't hold adults a duty of care.
Wunmi, as a wife, owes her husband a duty of care.
No. Because Mohbad refused to go to the hospital. If it is a child, I will drag my child to the hospital, but I can't drag an adult.
Yes, you can take an adult to a hospital.
No, I can't. I will not do that. Because he refused to do that.
Adult that has full capacity to make a decision.
He has right to say what an adult.
Reasonable when a person, when an adult is in a situation where they cannot make decisions and their life is in danger.
No, it doesn't have mental problem. It doesn't have mental problem.
It has nothing to do with mental problem because they call for a nurse.
No, you could make a decision if you listen to the
nurse.
If you listen to the if you listen to the statement of the police, they said he consented to it. So don't blame anybody
for a nurse. If they called for a nurse, it means that he needed medical attention.
Yeah, medical attention if he could make a decision by himself.
Because I am sure if you are married and if anything happens to your husband and an emergency occurs in your home and in the Western world that you live in, the first thing you would do is either you're calling 911 or you're calling 999. Because you owe your husband, your partner, or whatever individual is in the house with you, you owe them a duty of care. And once that telephone call is made and the emergency services come, you're the first person they're going to ask to give them information about what happened to this person before the call was made. Because...
Can I say something to that? Can I say something? If I call an ambulance for my husband and he refuses to follow them, they won't drag him if he can talk. Mohbad could talk. He said he consented. That is him. We were not there. I was not there. But the police said
you say if he refuses to go, they would not take him?
They will not take him if he can talk. They will never take him. They don't drag people.
They will never take him.
You can't force anybody to go to the hospital.
Let me explain. Excuse me. Was morbahad conscious when the nurse came?
Yes, no, it was conscious.
Exactly. Thank you. He said no. I'm done. Thank you.
He was conscious.
He wasn't unconscious.
He was conscious.
You know what he was doing?
He was conscious because it did not say they played together.
Mr. Gurexi, you have your 5 minutes.
He was conscious.
Mr. Gurexi, we going back to Tolani for 5 minutes. After Tolani, forever a darling. Thank you.
He was conscious.
Mr. Gurexi, are you available to speak with us now? Okay, I think he's not available. Okay, Tolani, you have. Okay, Gurexi, are you available now?
Yeah, I'm available.
Okay, 5 minutes. Thank you.
I'm available.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me start from this. What Baba did, if he had an information about that, well, DNA or paternity is not a malaria. Neither is it convulsion. Baba will just spring to action and start doing or running health escape. It's a long-term process to establish and probably to wait in. The boy was still very young. No matter what, you shouldn't, because you heard something. It's only Baba wanted to be an Agbaya that he would have acted rudely or ruthlessly. Immediately, he overheard something. Even the issue of the rumored incident on Tomiland Bridge, Baba have heard of it long before it was let out in public. He heard it, but kept it a secret. That okay, when the time comes, we shall say something, we shall do something. So Baba to have decided not to act in that regard. He never thought he was going to lose his son. And never thought or never wished Liam any problem or any confusion in his life. And could be in the process that Mohbad was like trying to tell Baba that, Baba, don't worry, no matter the situation, take this boy as a grandson. Despite there was no documentation of adoption, which Tolani was trying to bring in to the narrative. You see, advisors, Wunmi herself is complicating this matter. This thing could have been done within and without the public knowledge. Within themselves and without public knowledge. Families do keep secrets. Family do keep things away from public. Everybody in a family could have one thing or the other that they keep away, even from within an extended family. It's possible. But the way the attack goes, the way we've been dragging it, the way we have been standing as an enemy to our father-in-law, as a Yoruba man, he will see it as an affront. He will see it as an insult. He will see it as an act of gross disrespect on his own side. And he will say, well, Yorùbá lè máa ń pòwe pé ìdàgbàlagbà fi ju ọmọdé lọ, a kì í fi hàn. A tún máa fi hàn ni, a kì í fi lé lọ́wọ́. A tún máa wá fi lé lọ́wọ́, àwa ní sọ bó ṣe fẹ́ lò fún. It's just a way of trying to tell you that, look, no matter how rich, ọmọdé ò lè láṣọ bí àgbà. Tọmọdé wà láṣọ bí àgbà, kò lè lákìsà tó. Bàbá tóbi. You see, this thing could have been resolved within there. The issue is so, it couldn't have been a serious issue. Because even in a family, let them say, okay, we want to start doing DNA. And women are like, how I've seen it. I heard it in recent time. That a wife was saying, I want to do DNA of these children. It was the husband that insisted, we are not doing any DNA. We are not doing any DNA. Even there is one that was said a few days ago that despite the DNA.
Mr. Grexy, 5 minutes is up, if you don't mind.
Just now?
Yes, 41. Yeah, you started 12:41 and it's 12:46.
Which time are you using?
5 minutes.
All right.
Okay. But Mr. Grexy, I have a short question for you. Because you mentioned there were some keywords I picked earlier, which, of course, people with short memories and the way they really scan words on social media, and I don't want them to. Not that I even care what anybody thinks. It is not my responsibility for anybody not to be matured, to be mentally matured. Okay, you mentioned earlier that the way Wunmi has placed herself like an enemy to Baba, and again you went further to say to express it in a Yoruba adage that nǹkan tí àgbàlagbà fi ju ọmọdé lọ wípé ọmọdé ò lè láṣọ títí. Apology to the non-Yoruba speakers. Ọmọdé ò lè láṣọ títí kó ní àkísà tó wá gbà. So you are one of the closest to Baba. I want to ask that, even with all this, even with the situation on ground, with all that has been happening, do you think, even if Wunmi is positioning herself like an enemy, like you said in your opinion, do you think Baba sees Wunmi as an enemy? Do you think so?
Well, Baba is not seeing. You see, the Baba is an open father. He's a father to anybody that comes under his shade. So many insinuations are going on in public that are not right. But the thing is, when he lost his son, do you know that even Wunmi's mother has not put a call to him to say, Baba, Emma Peleo. Neither has Wunmi herself called Baba to say, Daddy, Adejo Peleo, Silicon. Who is the father who took this child, this boy, as everything to him?
Okay.
Okay. But the fact is, Baba had nothing against anybody.
Okay, that is what I want. That is what I love to hear. Okay, thank you, Mr. Grexy. Thank you. So, Tolani, you have your 5 minutes from now. This is 12:48 by my time.
Like you just said now. You said
at 12:54. After Tolani, we are going to Forever Idali. After Forever Idali, we are going to IMO.
You are spending 1 minute already. You have 1 minute for mine.
Yes, I will count it from now. So this is 12:49. Okay. I will stop you at 12:54.
Okay, you said Baba, Wunmi has been doing too much, has been rude to Baba. So, what Baba has been doing to Wunmi, can anybody take that from any father-in-law? Because Baba came out publicly and said, I hate her, even when you did not even hear anything from Wunmi. They are sleeping with her. She will cook indomie for my son, and they will be fucking her around. Is that the way to talk to a daughter-in-law? Can a father-in-law talk to me like that as a daughter-in-law? We have to respect it. We have to respect each other. Respect is reciprocal. The way Baba has been calling this girl different names, yeah, it's too much. And you think the girl will not reply? No, I'm just asking. Do you guys think the girl will not reply? The girl only replied once, and you guys were talking. What about what Baba has been saying, talking different, calling out different names? And you said, Mama Wunmi did not put a call. How will you put a call to somebody that is destroying your daughter on social media? Wunmi did not bring this thing on social media. It's Baba that brought everything on social media. If you are a father enough, grandfather enough, you go to your family member and discuss this. We are not even supposed to be involved. But Baba brought everything on social media.
Can I tell you something?
Papa brought Mr.
Let's hold on for her,
brought everything on social media. Started calling this lady.
Hold on for her, please.
The name her husband did not call her. Okay, now you said that because of her past, she's been sleeping around, she's been doing around. After what your son told you about this girl that she's sleeping around, you went to ask an aunt in marriage. You went to pay dowry. You went to do, and you are still saying because of her past. The past you were talking about, is it because before she was pregnant, before she was married, or after she was married, or after she was pregnant? Is it after she had a baby? After all you have heard, you have known this girl for a long time that she's a whore, like you said, like you claim. After that, you went to pay her dowry. Does that make sense to anybody? If you know this girl is not worth it, she's not going to be my daughter-in-law, and you went to ask her hand in marriage, you went to pay her dowry. Yeah, and you came out and start calling this girl different name. You said the woman Wunmi did not put a call to Baba. What about Adura? What about all his children? So if somebody is doing something right and all his children go against it, and you on social media see everything is doing good, so how can you see what's good in what he's doing when all the family members turn back at him? So that shows you Baba is doing what is not right. Because you guys on social media can never tell him the truth. We are not his family. Everything will go, we will leave him. There's no way. All this Baba, I love you, I love you, I love you. You will still leave him. Because you are not his family member. All this Baba, you have many children. It's for the meantime. Everybody know their family. Instead of you guys to go tell him to go and make up with his family. Family is forever. Not we. We don't know them. We are just talking about them today. We are not going to talk about them tomorrow. If any other kids come out tomorrow, all of you will leave them. All of us will leave them and go and talk about something else. So all the children he said he raised the children alone. Baba, he raised all the children alone by himself single-handedly. Why is it that all the children he raised alone, they turn their back on him? Because he's not doing the right thing. He's only doing the right thing to you guys on social media, not in the family. Family first. The backup you're giving him is the reason why he's not doing the right thing at all. You're giving, makes sense. That is the truth. Anything you're going to say.
Just please your mic, please.
Okay, anything you're going to say. The family member party go against it. We are what social media. We are just like ghosts. Not everybody. So just tell him to go back to his family and make up with them. Not we on social media be telling him to go against all his children. And some speaker will come out and be cursing his children, cursing his grandchildren, cursing him with Liam. Liam is his grandson. He knew and he knows. He's just telling you different things. He knows. He never doubted him. He's telling you because of what he wants to get from you guys. That's all. He never doubted him. Because he told me categorically, he told me that he never doubted him. And he never doubted him. He's doubting him now because of you on social media. Not because of anybody. He said it out that he never doubted him. And Morbahad has never doubted him. See, the last day when they were going to the show, Morbahad put that boy in the car by himself. I saw the video. He put the boy in his car by himself. Tell him the truth. Tell him family is forever. She should go back to family. We are not his family. We can never be his family. All of us talking here, we can never be his family. So that is it. 5 minutes. Thank you.
Forever, darling, are you available now?
Can I say a word?
Mr. Greg, no. Everybody has something to say, except they want to give her their time. Thank you. Forever, darling. Thank you.
Yes. So I'm not going to talk about right or DNA right now. So when Sister Tolani and Queen of something were having a discussion, they made mention that Sister Tolani was saying that Wunmi can't drag Morbahad to hospital because he said no, so she can't drag. So I just wanted to do some research about consent, giving consent. So with what I've read, really and truly, Morbahad has to consent before any treatment. Yes? Because he has full capacity, meaning he doesn't have no mental illness, he's not unconscious. If he had mental illness or he was unconscious, then the decision can be made for him. But when he was awake and had capacity, he is able to decide whether he wants to go to the hospital or not. So Wunmi can't categorize, like, she can't exactly force him to go to the hospital. If he's refusing and refusing, all she could have done is encourage. But if he's saying no and no and no, there's nothing actually she could have done. And that is actually the law. You cannot force anyone to accept treatment.
We have said that so many
even
times.
if the
That's
person
the truth.
is dying.
Once he has full capacity, you cannot
make decisions for them.
That's the truth.
Unless they do not have mental capacity. Yes? So, and the only thing I would agree that I think Wunmi did wrong was not informing the parents as early as possible about how ill he was and waiting for them to call. You know, when the thing happened and she was getting worried, it would have been better for her to, you know, even if she wasn't getting along with the father, to give him a call and say, this is happening, you know, I don't know what to do. This is what happened yesterday when we went out, you know, to let them know. That is what I think she did that was wrong. But regarding going to the hospital and forcing him, she can't force him. He's an adult. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you. Okay, I am Eli 837. Imoli 837. Okay, Imole. Available now.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have your facts now. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I just want to, like, I'm not talking about the DNA. The DNA is not the issue with me here. Like, somebody like me, I'm from the north. I'm from Nasarawa State, not south there. Like, we're talking about Morbahad. If you see my name, I'm very Morbahad. Like, he's my mentor. I like the guy from the one I knew him. I will ask the Tolani or whatever. Like, if they ask you a question now, like, what killed Morbahad? Keep DNA aside. What killed Morbahad? Can you explain?
How can she know what?
Everybody, the day I heard that Morbahad dead, I was like, what happened to him? Somebody came and said, okay, you say air problem, blah, blah, blah. They were changing mouth. Something happened here. Like, let me make one reference. Something that happened in the north. Should be 2 years back. There was a man. He has an, like, he's a politician. He has a political enemy like that. So the man was like trying there, like having battle, physical battles, all those kind of things. So the man was like unable to defeat that man. So when he went and discovered that the person that he's fighting with, has issue with his younger brother. So he like convinced the younger brother, bribe him, use money. So it was the younger brother that actually killed the man. So when they police investigated the case, like they went through it very well. So they later found out that it's the guy younger brother, like it is your younger brother that killed him. When they arrested him, he now confessed. I was like kind of expecting something like this in this Morbahad case. Like people that are together with him, let me just say, forget about it. I'm talking of those guys in the car that announced his death. At least they should call those guys. Then they will like, I'm not saying Ramali or those kind of people, I'm not saying they are innocent or not. Maybe they started the investigation from the home, from the house. Then they catch the, like, when they apprehend the victim, that they will later come and confess that, oh, see so person that is the so and so. They are the one that sponsor everything. Because you can't tell me Morbahad died. It's a teamwork. It's not somebody. I'm not saying Wunmi killed him, this person killed this person, no. But the suspect there is to put police like the supposed like ask question from the home. What happened to him? We know he made like the video was going around that if I die, they should hold so and so responsible that year. That doesn't mean if like let's just say me and you have an issue and I make something like that, the evidence then a motor jam you. They will not come direct and come and hold me. They know that I see what happened to you. But nobody know what happened to Morbahad till date. Nobody know how it take that. All the fact that saying nurse did it later came out. everybody went and protest against Naira Marley, and those one are bullying. Bullying is not killing. That's my own understanding. Bullying is not killing. And even inside the bullying, it's not as if they and Naira Marley are innocent. Maybe they plot it together. Nobody knows. But, and the DNA can help a lot. Like, you get one celebrity that say, what if Mohbad discovered that so it's not good? Then they're like, let's just silence him so that he will not expose him. So the person don't make a public opinion that time like this. Everybody was attacking him, blah blah blah. So that's a little have to see. Everybody, we should just try to understand that the people around him, they are the ones that execute those plans. Nothing like Baba Mohbad is asking for. Thank you very much.
Okay, Mole, thank you for your submission. Son of God.
Son of God.
Yes, Sharon.
Okay, so you have 5 minutes. Thank you.
Okay. Tolani, I will come and tell you first that word you use, that Baba should go and beg and bring his family back. 0 over 100.
Okay.
Minus 0 over 100. I'm a man. I'm a father. I cannot go to those who disobey me to beg for them. I've sold my right as a father, as a man. You saying that Baba should go and make up with his family is very, very wrong. They should be the one coming to Baba to apologize for whatever. They want any settlement. The children, that one that is there, that is, I would say, to me, is a wayward son. Is there, misbehaving. Later in the future, we'll see where he will be. And again, the Wunmi you're talking now don't have any contact with Baba anymore. The only thing that brought them together was that his son. That boy has gone. Baba don't have any contact. We don't have any contact with Baba. That's why she's disrespectful to the man. You know, I don't owe you anything. The only thing that is owing me and you is finished. Now, do the DNA is a problem. Because that DNA that boy will prove that, okay, there is something connected to that family, that Aloba family. But now she still insisting like, no, I'm done with you. That is the highest disrespect Wunmi could give to the late husband. I won't call it husband, I'll say boyfriend. Because the way she is acting, she's not acting like a respectful and humble girl from a obedient family. I say a lady that is...
Mommy, how are you, ma? Conspiracy theory.
And you're telling me Baba should go and beg for what? Baba will not try it. Let me tell you one thing. Me and you tomorrow, after this whole thing is over, we move on with our life. Do you know who is going to feel the pain of this justice? It's that poor boy, that handsome boy. If they don't give us DNA, that boy will feel the pain, the shoes when he's growing up. God forbid something happens to me tomorrow. That boy will feel the pain because they will say, we don't know where you are. We don't know where you belong to. You people should just use your common sense. Common sense is not common. Thank you. I finish.
Yeah. Tolani, common sense.
You already know yourself. After you after we have Mr. Gurexi. Thank you. 5 minutes now. Thank you.
So, can I talk now?
Yes, you can go on. Yes.
Yeah. Let me talk on what Tolani said about Baba. Let's go about everything that has happened in the family. About what Baba said he wasn't called. So this goes to Tolani. May God never let something bad happen to us. Baba go to that. Baba wasn't called that his son died. That alone can cause an atrocity in the family. My son died, nobody called me. I was being played to that. So that's one aside. Secondly,
Tolani already blog. God bless you, sis. You are doing well. We can see you. We are with you in spirit.
Because this kind of shoes that many people can talk on. Okay, like Mohbad is like the let's put it this way.
You are really doing well. Honestly, sis. God bless you.
And then
he has much.
You can see all the conspiracy theories going on.
The Baba is working. So whatever he tells Baba, so let me say, Mohbad already told Baba much secrets that Baba knows about. And then again, that Baba is like against all the family members. Even we are not part of his members.
You have said well, Auntie Tolani, that Baba should go and settle with his family.
That these people, they don't want much in their, they have, let me say, skeleton in their cupboard. So that they are against Baba, everybody knows, unless if you are all hiding or we are all lying. Everybody knows that they bought these people. Then Wunmi and Baba of a team and again. Baba didn't attack Wunmi. Then again, Baba even attacked Wunmi. Let's both things that have been.
We're not going to give for anybody. You are doing well, honestly. I can imagine your tenacity there, staying with them and all the insults.
For women to beat Baba's
doing well.
Eternity. You are all saying one or two because this thing, this issue, this thing.
I really like you for the way you are even. Me, I can't stand any insults like that. I'll just
move away. On our own. I think, like what Tolani said, Tolani wouldn't have said such that Baba should go back to the family.
She has said real good thing. Baba should go and settle with his family. Now, la mama she must
believe me.
Baba she must
come home. How would Baba can be my father? Nigeria will be on fire by now. That Wunmi.
Can you imagine?
Wunmi will be nowhere to stay. She will be nowhere to stay for now.
Can you imagine?
May God never let something bad.
So what about Mama Baba to wa ko Baba le nítorí Wunmi sin?
Ọmọ èèyàn kú. Pé Baba. Wá ń sọ pé pé àwọn kan. Baba now go there. Baba now saw everything that he saw. Wá ní kí irú ìyàwó ọmọ yẹn kó jẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́ yẹn. That God get irú ìyàwó ọmọ yẹn máa jọ́ta. Ó máa jọ́ta man yẹn for life because Wunmi has been playing this man. Even Tolani don't sorrow, but Tolani may pray with me the wayward girl.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, my prayer with me. That girl, she's something else. So I don't have what to say on Mohbad issue because we have much to say.
It's disrespectful. You don't have to use that word on her, please.
God bless you.
Let us talk like my shop people.
God bless you.
Please, don't use that word on her. You won't allow me to do that on Baba Mohbad too. Please, let us be respectful. Thank you.
God bless you.
Okay. So let me stop there. But everything I just have to say, I'm just like trying to say something about what Tolani said about Baba. If Baba should be the family of everybody, if Baba should be the enemy of everybody in that family, it was it. Everybody, man, because Baba alone monoton Jola. It's the only person that is only believe but let me share on Baba I don't feel pain. I want to feel pain here. Don't feel pain here. Even without abusing everybody feel like that. Can you share dry and let us express no my body kuni. Pain no everywhere ade in your cool on burn daddy do Baba no go jade Baba to burn daddy. Baba is in children, you know me. But Baba ain't gonna my prayer go feel the pain on my so even not to Baba, to me, Baba don't feel pain. Mohbad, how you could feel pain there. So let me stop there. Thank you.
Okay, Jasper, thank you for your submission. So, nothing, with no particular, with no particular preference to anybody. Of course, I'm of the school of thought that we can express our views without
insult,
a direct attack or insult. Even before Tolani, to be fair, before Tolani raised that objection about calling Wunmi wayward, I was about to say the same thing too, that, we don't have to, we are civil, we are literate. Most of us here, láti lọ university, láti jáde, a kì í ṣe ọmọ secondary school, a kì í ṣe ọmọ aláta àbí kíní. We can all make our submissions without insulting people, without calling, ká máa pé bàbá Mohbad ní olè, ká máa pé Wunmi ní kíní kan. If you talk about it and so be at the band so láàrin àwọn èèyàn lẹ́yìn of your own opinion but here ẹjọ nǹkan tí àbádẹ fẹ́ kí wọ́n ṣe fún favourite wa don't do it to another person's favourite. Okay, thank you. So Olúwatósìn, You have your 5 minutes. After Oluwatosin, we'll go to Mr. Gurexi. After Mr. Gurexi, then Ms. Tolani also can have her time. Oluwatosin, are you available now?
Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll just even start from where this last speaker started from. The thing is this: because
Thomas,
I don't know where you got your assertion from about Wunmi, a 24-year-old lady whom I'm sure you've never seen, you've never met before, but based on hearsay, them say, and rumors or informations which are not, you've been able to judge her and condemn her. May the Lord forgive each and every one of us.
Amen.
The thing is this: you see, if we keep going back and forth about this old DNA issue, I think it should be a narrative of the past. At least with new information available, Wunmi is actually ready for the DNA. Even if Wunmi says she's not doing DNA, we all know there is a way to which Baba can actually get this DNA done, which is through the court. Why is Baba not going through the court? Why is DNA a subject to social media discussions and debates when there is a way to which Baba can get a court order to which Wunmi cannot even refuse to do the DNA? So why are we talking about DNA? DNA is, in fact, and the question is this: Shana DNA kill Mohbad? What is the correlation between what killed Mohbad and DNA? See, DNA is a Aloba family issue. It has nothing to do with what killed DNA, with what killed Mohbad. So there are two different things. So if Baba wants DNA, he should go. Just in fact, my own appeal is for everybody that has direct or indirect contact with Baba Mohbad, he should do all Nigerians a favor. See, going to Berekete or going everywhere for interview, I think that one is even a long process. Baba should just go to a court and get an order for Wunmi to do DNA. Let Baba just go and sign an order for Wunmi to do DNA so that this DNA can be done and we can put the rest to it and people can move forward. That is one. Number two is, sometimes when people come online and talk, they act as if like it is only Baba Mohbad that actually lost his son. Don't forget the fact that Mohbad has a mother. That woman too lost her son. Mohbad has a wife. Wunmi lost a husband. A 24-year-old girl who has not experienced such before. And you are coming out to act as if like, see, you're talking about Adura sang a song, or Wunmi even sang a song of like 45 seconds. You see it as a big deal. But Baba recorded a full album. You say like that is the best way for Baba to express his own grief. But if other people should do one thing, it is actually wrong. See, the thing is, you cannot condemn people for doing something and hail another person for doing the same thing. This is a family issue. It is Baba that came on social media and started castigating, condemning Wunmi for crying out loud. Baba came online on social media to say he hates the girl has been sleeping around. Now the thing is, this whole hate, where did it come from? Where did it start? Was it immediately after Mohbad died or before Mohbad died? This Baba actually played a role spiritually for even Wunmi to conceive. So at what point in time did Baba start to hate Wunmi? The whole issue of when Mohbad sleeps, they put something in his food was actually a narrative that actually happened when they were in Malian's house. So when exactly they've actually left Malian's house a long time ago. What exactly did Baba do? In my own family, if you want to even have girlfriend, and they say this girlfriend your son is having is a prostitute, your parents would actually play a role for you not to even see that person again. So Baba knew in his mind that this Liam might not be the biological son of Mohbad, but he kept quiet all through Mohbad was alive. The same way he kept quiet when Mohbad was being bullied, because Baba cannot say that he was not aware when Mohbad was being bullied. He knew everything. He kept quiet. What did he do? The same thing he actually did when Mo was actually alive. Baba did not come out to actually say like, see, this boy that you call your son, maybe because they did not give me the placenta, I don't think this son is yours. Let us go and do DNA so that it becomes a family issue when Mohbad was still alive. Liam was 5 months old before Mohbad died, so it wasn't as if like maybe they did not have they had like so much time together that Baba could have, as a father, stand his ground. But the thing is, Baba could not say anything because Mo was alive, and he knew that if he should come up with maybe something.
So I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
So thank you for expressing your thoughts.
Okay.
Because you really sound like, in fact, like you are living in house, like you are living in house with them, but then. That's your opinion. So thank you for your
anything I've actually said, they are subjected to public records to which all have had.
Okay,
so it's not as if like maybe I am saying ESA. If you listen to me, I said according to everything I've said is according to either what Baba has actually said in his interview. Okay. I did not say Baba is
okay. We'll come back to you later. We'll come back to you later. Thank you. Let's we forget all advocates of justice for Mohbad, everyone that is anxious, everyone that is eager for justice, everyone that is advocating for justice, clamoring for justice. Let us not forget that all these, submissions we have, all the information we have, let us not forget that this information, if there are no additions to it, there will be subtraction on it. So, thank you. Mr. Gurezi, are you available now? Mr. Gurezi.
He said it, I can't delay. Yeah.
Okay, I think are you available to...
Yes, let me say.
Did you listen to... I hope you listened to the lot that Moluwatosin raised. The lot of...
He didn't raise anything. He clarified a lot.
Okay, all right. So after Mr. Gregzy, forever a darling, we would like to have you. We would like to have you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Gregzy. 5 minutes. Thank you.
For this night, let me say, before I drop, this shall be my last submission. Now, I don't want that Baba to come into fold. Let us look at issues surrounding the death of Mohbad. A lot has been said. Why you don't need to drag this man? You see, as an African man, as a Yoruba man, if this had happened to my father, I swear to God, you see that wife will be taken away from the face of anybody that knows her or that can recognize her. Because they are not going to take it lightly. He's not going to take it lightly with such a wife. It's going to be a direct accusation that, even ẹni tí ò pa gan ìyá tó bí mi á ní ó ti pa. If you look at the circumstances of how the Baba got there and what happened, one question that beckons for answer is that when they called them, they informed, because they didn't call the man. They informed the man to come to the island, Lekki. And the man go to the bus stop, Osapa, London, where they said the hospital that Mohbad was being treated is. Getting there, they put a call through to the person calling that, okay, how do we get to the hospital? They said Mohbad was okay, that they should go back home. What I am very confused of is that had it been the man obliged or obey to that word of going back home? What is the motive behind it, and what would be their next line of action if the man had gone back? Will they go and bury the boy, or will they carry the corpse to go and meet him at home? I still find no answer to that question. In a lot of ways, they really insulted the man, and they really disrespected that man, despite his sacrifices in that marriage. If you are saying the man didn't do anything, he was quiet when, do you know, Baba Mohbad used to respect and listen to whatever his son said. When Baba wanted to drag
fully abejide, God bless
you, or whatever. Mohbad told him that
just common sense.
Don't drag it. It's a way where we do our things. We are going to settle it. And he didn't want to provoke or embarrass this boy. He said, "Oh, are you sure you are going to settle it? Are you sure everything will be okay?" And the man just, after begging, knelt down or did all he could to beg Naira Marley. The boy said, "Daddy, don't worry." And everything could have happened, and the man wanted to do something. But this son might have told him, "Daddy, not yet time. Relax. We don't know." You see, if we really want to be sincere to ourselves, if we really want justice for Mohbad, we have to start our investigation right from the house. What killed him? How did he die? All those fake narratives. You know, the first person being accused of killing the boy was the father. After they moved from the father, they jumped to Naira Marley, Sam Larry. After Naira Marley, Sam Larry, they jumped to Prime Boy. After Prime Boy, they said the nurse. But that's to tell you that there has never been any affirmative explanation on how and who was responsible for the death of Mohbad. The only concern and the only justice I am curious and I'm interested in is who killed Mohbad.
Anyway, they are off now. I think they've had a good night. The
life has ended.
So, guys,
hello.
Let's go to bed.
The life has ended.
Their life has ended.
Sister Tenny, well done. Good job. I'm so proud of you.
Sister Tenny, Tolani, already, God bless her.
Tolani,
Tolani, she tried.
That lady, she's strong.
With all the insults and all that.
Common sentence, comment section, I see support. Put type ọwọ́ mi ti fẹ́ bó. Ẹjọ́ níbo Vera ń gbé wọ́n béèrè.
Oh, Sister Tolani, well done, ma. Tolani is here.
She did
well done, ma.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you, ma.
She did well. At least she defended her stand, you know.
And you must sorrow when you mock when you go back. What's it to come? Bẹ́ẹ̀ náà wà la kidnap wẹ̀ sí. Ẹ má dá sọ̀rọ̀ Veron ẹjọ́. Ibi tó bá wù ú nǹkan tó bá wù ú kó ṣe wàhálà tó wà.
Ṣé wọ́n wá Veron nù ni? Ṣé wọ́n ti jí àwọn gbé ní pè é? Oríṣiríṣi. Ṣé wọ́n ti gbé àwọn gbé ní àbí kí tí ó ń ṣẹlẹ̀?
Well done, sis. You are doing a good job.
At least if you are supporting somebody, support that person and stand on your feet. So they are
once in a while, because at least we are able to establish some points now, Abi. At least nígbà tó ń sọ pé yẹ kí Wunmi drag ẹ lọ hospital àti láwọn tó lọ wò pé ilé ẹ̀sìn kò ní ráìtì lóòótọ́ báwo ṣe máa drag adult lọ hospital. So àti Abi, we are going to be doing that once in a while now.
Wọ́n mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣe.
But it's okay. We just have to go to them.
Ẹ mọ nǹkan tẹ̀ ń ṣe ẹ̀kọ́ wicked ni.
Of course, ẹ̀gbọ́n tí mo ní ó yẹ kí bàbá padà sílé kó lọ bẹ àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ oṣù tó ń ṣe à ń ṣe bàbá aṣọ ọmọ ẹ̀ àwọn oṣù ọmọ ẹ̀ àmọ́ rí.
Yes now.
Ó lè máa bú Wunmi lójoojúmọ́ kó rò pé kò ní dẹ lóhùn. Ṣé ta ló lè gbà? Lọ́dọ̀ ni òun lè gbà rẹ̀. Ó dáná, wọ́n sì lè wá ìwé kan.
Yes. Àwọn àdó ìgbà míì wọ́n máa bá wọn tó sick tí wọn ò rẹ́dì láti gbọ́ èèyàn kọ̀ ra excuse wọn ni.
Lọ́jọ́ bá wọ́n ní ìgbòho wọn bá gbowó ní gbogbo náà. Pàṣẹ wọn kọ́ débẹ̀ wọn kọ́ dàbò mi náà pé ti ta lọ́rọ̀ ń bú bàbá mo ní ìwòwò yẹn kọ́ la bá wá bí kẹ́jọ́ máa sọ̀rọ̀. Ó ní ẹ̀hún lè bú mi tó bá bú mi ṣé ọ̀sán pé mi lẹ́nu ni. Tó bá bú mi máa bú yín máa bú kí ló ń ṣe yín? Ẹ gbára yín lọ ẹ̀rí dé tọ́lá bá ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ ni. Àwọn sọ̀rọ̀ ń sọ dáadáa ló fi gbogbo yẹn lẹ̀. Ìyẹn mo sọ fún ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ náà ṣe máa dúró sí wọn lọ́rùn tí máa ti rẹ́dí fún wọn máa dúró sí wọn lọ́rùn. Ẹ máa dá wọn lóhùn, a ṣáà máa bá wọn kó bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Báwo ni wọ́n sọ fún wọn bí ẹ lè yẹ ẹ fi gbogbo yẹn lẹ̀ kò sí nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ ṣe àṣedí ẹnì kankan. Ókè Mohbad kan ló lọ ọmọ yẹn àti gbọ́ àṣà àṣedí ẹnì.
Díẹ̀ lè yẹ nǹkan tó yẹ kó dẹ̀ tí wọ́n kọ́ọ̀tù kan ní kọ́ lọ yẹn ó ń bí wọn nínú gidi kan bíi pé kán ṣe lọ́la ni.
Ẹgbà tó jẹ́ pé bàbá ti mọ̀ pé gbogbo nǹkan ẹnu kó máa always have way ẹ̀ ni ó ti rò pé bóyá kóun fẹnu sọ fún Wunmi kó fò ní tó bá jẹ́ support tí Wunmi rí gan ṣé Wunmi ò ti ní ṣe fún wọn even gbogbo ogún yẹn gan ti gbà lọ Wunmi náà. Ó ti mú wọn mọ́lẹ̀ ó ti búlì gbogbo family wọn náà bàbá yẹn ti búlì ni náà ó ti búlì gbogbo family wọn wọn ò lè sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́ náà gbogbo tó bá fẹ́ ló máa ń get. This time around ó ṣòkè bí kò ṣe get ẹ̀ easily ó fi pé bí abóun ṣe máa ń ṣe nílé wọn tẹ́lẹ̀ ni àti bá wọn dá sí ń sìn gbogbo nǹkan ti yàtọ̀.
Mo ní sọ fún wọn pé ṣé nígbà tí gbogbo àwọn family members ẹ̀ wọn wà lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ ṣẹ́yìn jẹ́ family member.
Tó bá yẹ tí mo pé nǹkan tó ń ṣe nonsense ló ń ṣe ni.
Ṣé tó bá sìkì wọ́n lè dúró ti fọ́nsẹ̀ méjì gbogbo àwọn tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ wọn ò ní nǹkan tí wọ́n tó fẹ́ ṣe àwọn fúlẹ̀.
Ẹ nà ó bí mo ṣe ń bèèrè lọ́wọ́ pé ṣé òkè tí àwọn mi ò bá lọ́mọ ńkọ́ wọ́n ní òkè ẹláṣẹ́wó lọmọ ìyá aṣẹ́wó ni oní páàsì ọ̀dà àtà yẹn lọ wégèlè lọ síbẹ̀ tẹ lọ tọrọ yìí ṣé ọmọ lọ ń tọrọ àṣàlà ni ṣé ọmọ lọ ń sọ dáórí àṣàlà àbí àṣàlà ni òkè ẹ̀yin lẹ ń ṣe prayer kí lẹ ń fàṣì fàṣàlà fún pé kó wá bímọ fún yín.
Ẹ̀gbọ́n tó lọ ó gbóyún wá ni.
Àní ó gbóyún wá ni láti ọdún mélòó òkè ìgbà tí ó gbóyún ìgbà tí wọn gbóyún wá fún yín kí lẹ lọ sọdá orí pẹ̀lú olóyún fún. Kí ló dé tí wọ́n lọ kí ló dé tẹ lọ sọ owó dáórì fún oyún olóyún àbí kí ló tó lọ sọ dáórì fún oyún olóyún.
Wọ́n bá ní ẹ̀ màá sọ fún ọ pé tọ́lá ti tán sọ pé kọ́ wá bá mi gbé ní.
Bàbá àwọn náà a máa bá wọn kó dà bọ́ wọn lọ́pọ̀ lọ́nà gbogbo wọn lọ́pọ̀ wọn kàn máa ń sọ rádàrà bá ń bẹ̀rẹ̀.
Tolani wọ́n wá brọ́dà.
Ibi tẹ́ ti máa mọ̀ pé mo mọ̀ pé bàbá yẹn wà ń bẹ̀ tó rẹ̀ mo ṣe tó síbẹ̀ mo mọ̀ pé bàbá yẹn ń gbọ̀nà ó wà ń bẹ̀ náà ó dẹ̀ ń bọ̀.
Okay, ṣé
Josi dádì mi wà ń bẹ̀ o dádì mi wà ń bẹ̀. African magic àti bàbá lọ́jọ́ wà lábùjá. Dádì mi wà ń bẹ̀ torí wọ́n ń tẹ̀sí òsì ẹ̀ pé Tolani yẹn ló sọ pé dádì ṣe kíní kan Tolani yẹn ló sọ pé dádì lọ wá gold pé kí wá mo ní no we are not here for that please don't talk about gold talk about what we are talking about here. Josie was there tó dẹ̀ mo ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ tí mo ṣe sọ pé ẹ sọ fún Josie kó lọ bá àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ kó lọ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ pẹ̀lú àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ kó yẹ kó lọ social media kiri.
Ṣẹ́rí Gúrẹ́sì tó ń bá yín sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn òun àti bàbá jọ wà l'Ábùjá.
Wọ́n jọ wà ní
ẹ̀mọ̀ ni ó dẹ̀ ń dùn mí
ó wà ń bẹ o mo mọ̀ kó wà ń bẹ torí pé ó fi sí speaker ní ọjọ́ ń gbọ́ ni ọjọ́ máa lọ ṣògùn tì mí ni tó bá yá.
Wọ́n máa ṣe ra wọn.
Mo mọ̀ pé ibi tó ti máa mọ̀ pé padà sílé gbogbo yàrá tó ṣe lórí social media yìí báwo ló ṣe máa bọ́ sí social media tó máa láṣẹ́wó I hate her she fucks around. Ìyá obìnrin mélòó ló lè gbà bẹ́ẹ̀ obìnrin míì gan láti gba etí wọn. Ẹ sọ fún bàbá wọ́n yé ṣe nǹkan tó ń ṣe dáadáa.
Bọ́lá ni mo fẹ́ fún yín ní gift kan few minutes ago fẹ́ràn wọn ti disappear wọn wà. Wọ́n ní kí wọ́n sọ pé wọ́n máa sọ. Oh sorry I'm so sorry.
Wọ́n túbọ̀ máa wá wọn ẹ̀kọ́ túbọ̀ máa wá wọn nígbà tó ọba ṣe ráìtì wọn ọ́n ṣìpò tó ṣì máa kú. Àwọn United Kingdom náà ṣe bá wa rí. Àwọn United Kingdom ṣe bá wa rí. Ṣé United Kingdom? Ẹgbẹ́ wa gbà lọ àwọn ẹ̀jẹ̀ bá wà wọn o. Torí Western náà pé lọ́nà pé United Kingdom ń bọ̀ bẹ̀ tó dẹ̀ mo ṣe dúró síbẹ̀ lánàá náà àbá rí wọn kan yọjú ẹ bá wá United Kingdom à ń wá àárí o.
Àwọn ọmọdé lórí ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tí ò yọjú lánàá ìwé tí Westo ti pọ́npọ́npọ́n bọ̀ ó yà mí pé kò wà.
Ó sá ẹ wò it's about to go down in United Kingdom.
The boss man. Mo rí tó wá síbẹ̀ yẹn náà lẹ́ǹkan bọ́sfàt yẹn. Mo rí tó ń wọlé.
Ṣé ní African TV yẹn náà wà ń bẹ̀ tó ń béèrè question lọ́wọ́ mi African TV.
Ó ti rí pé òótọ́ inú yín yẹn ó lè dùn fún wọn ní I'm not directing my question to you.
Kí ló kan rú àwa yìí àwọn ẹbí kò lọ́kọ Aṣana family ẹ̀gbọ́n Aṣana family àwọn apọ̀kọjà ayé family èmi náà dúró sí ọlọ́run ni kí lẹ rí jàre.
Tolani ṣé àwọn pé ó ń try láti fẹ́ twist this.
Hold on.
That people should, it's like Edira. Now, that was what he was saying. He now took a banana. He wanted to eat banana.
Banana, you know, you didn't
he entered through the banana that he ate. That was why he fell down and he was shouting, help me. Now police came to rescue him and they were asking, they said they were even telling him that they are going to charge him 100,000. He said the 100,000 is small, but they should just save his life. They took him to hospital. All his clothes was wet. He vomited. And right now he's in the hospital in critical condition. Anyway, but it's not that he was attacked by police. The police come to help him out.
Who is that?
Don't take people that. Yeah, that's why I don't know.
Wọ́n lè ní mùmí níbẹ̀. Wọ́n lè ní mùmí níbẹ̀ yẹn.
Nǹkan tó ń tí sọ lórí ọ̀sán tí àtàkì ni. Sísá Tolani, ṣé
Adébáwọ̀ United Kingdom.
Berekete tó ń lọ yẹn? Question kan péré ló máa béèrè lọ́wọ́ bàbá tó ní lè dáhùn.
Nǹkan tó bá wọn ẹ wò sátẹ́mì nǹkan tó bá wọn kó béèrè lọ́wọ́ wọn. Bó ṣe wà yẹn, àwa gan standby. Ò bá support wọn, òun gan á rí gbọ́, àkẹ́ ẹ̀. Nǹkan tó kọ̀ wá important ni pé kó kọ lẹ́tà 10 sí Wunmi bíìlì ní gbogbo ẹ lọ. Kó kọ lẹ́tà 10 sí Wunmi bíìlì ní gbogbo ẹ lọ. Wọn ò ní gbọ́ anything lọ́wọ́ ní Wunmi o. So kò máa wá. Ṣé kò yẹ? So mo ní iṣẹ́ ẹ ti gbọ́ ìṣèkà ó ti gbọ́dọ̀
Oya ẹ sọ fún wa.
Àti ìlè sọ èdè Chinese ẹfílẹ̀ ẹyẹ ìdíwò ní ẹ ṣàbá wá United Kingdom.
Ó mà ti ṣe irun mo sọ pé ó ń ṣe yín lọ́wọ́ gan.
Ẹ jẹ́ kí wọ́n ṣe yín. Ẹ jẹ́ kí wọ́n ṣe yín. Ẹ ṣáà ní kó bá wa pè wọ́n. Ẹ wò Wunmi ti ní ìsìn wọn. Ẹ ṣáà ní pé kó bá wa pè wọ́n kó wá dárúkọ Wunmi à ń dúró dè wọ́n o.
Àti Tolani àti last week ni mo ti notice ẹ̀. Àti last week mo sì sọ mi pé Sister Tolani ti ṣe kọ́kọ́.
Àní mo fẹ́ kẹ́ mọ̀ pé mi ìsọ mi ṣe sóònà. Ẹni mo fẹ́ kó ti wá sọ.
ṣẹ́ni tí mo ṣe rí lórí ṣòyìn alálẹ̀ mi ò kí ló tẹ̀ máa ṣe sàtọ́lá ní ẹ̀kọ́ wọn ti tó lálẹ́ wọn tún ti lọ sọ́dọ̀ pàpìánù tó ẹ pé wọn àkọ́kọ́ ẹ̀wẹ̀ bóyá kúrò mẹ́ mo ní
ẹnu United Kingdom ló fi máa wá sọ à ń dúró dè nígbà tó bọ́ta ẹnu ẹ̀ ló máa fi wá sọ pẹ́lẹ́tà bànújẹ́ kò ní ṣe irú ẹ̀ mọ́ lẹ́tà ṣe irú ẹ̀ mọ́ ẹ̀rín sọ fún yín ni wọn tí ìrìyàn bá wọn dá sí kò ní ṣe irú ẹ̀ mọ́ sí. ẹni kó bá wa wá pé Wùnmí o kó bá wa dárúkọ Wùnmí o.
wọ́n bá wa pàṣánà ẹjọ́ owó bí àgbẹ̀jọ́ ayé.
aláì ẹ wo péèjì ẹ wọ́n dúró sórí péèjì ẹ báyìí ni. ẹni kó wá ṣe ṣó fún wa o àṣàtà ń bọ̀.
ṣé mo pa ń sọ bí báyìí pé ẹ̀yin náà lẹ́sọ̀ Sítátọ́lá ní pé ká máa.
Sítátọ́lá ní ti sọ lọ́jọ́ èmi fojú ẹ̀jẹ̀ tí mo pè ń sọ.
Tí mo kọkàn mo ń wò bí ẹ jẹ́ kó wá sọ fúnra rẹ̀ tí má dúró tó bá wá sọ kọkàn àwọn ọkọ máa tọkẹ bá mo fẹ́ kó wá sọ no ẹ jẹ́ kó wá sọ mo fẹ́ kó
ọjọ́ yẹn ká lè stream ẹ̀ live.
ẹjọ́ tó bá ti bọ́ sí live máa stream ẹ̀ náà mo fẹ́ kó wá sọ sẹ̀ èmi náà fẹ́ kó wá sọ.
ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́gbẹ̀ta ìkànnì jẹ́ ó ti gba lẹ́tà ọkọ̀
wẹ́dà United Kingdom mo ń gbóná burúkú báyìí.
nínú wíńtà yìí
wíńtà ọlọ́run.
ó jẹ́ gbóná jẹ́ last week bọ̀ nínú wíńtà yìí.
a kọ́ bí wọ́n ṣe máa ń sọ̀rọ̀.
ìwọ ló pa Wùnmí ìwọ ló pa.
tí ì rí nǹkan kan náà ẹ rí gbọ́ ẹ wò.
preamble la ṣe rí àbí.
ẹ ṣe máa wò ẹ wò á sun dẹ́ndẹ́ ẹkún á sì wá ṣépè fún jòsí ni. àníṣàn kankan èmi ò ní sàn kankan.
ẹ mọ̀ pé àwọn kankan wà tí yóò fi ṣe òun làwọn àwọn tó láwọn tún fẹ́ lọ ṣe protest ṣe ń ṣe ní pé ọ̀rọ̀ obìnrin.
ẹ jẹ́ kó lọ ṣe protest wàhálà ti wọ nìyẹn ìyẹn ọ̀kan ayé iṣẹ́ yẹn gbé ìsọ̀tà.
By the way, ẹ má bínú. Today is my birthday. Happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday, sis. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday to you. Long
time. Ẹ bá mi do picture sí video yẹn o. Ẹ bá mi send the picture. Ẹ post picture mi.
Ṣé ẹ̀yin rí kó wọnú ilé báyìí rí gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ Berekete láti wá update yín náà?
Ìwé yóò ṣàrí update ní kò dé mi náà update kọ̀tẹ̀kọ̀tẹ̀ ní Wùnmí mo ní kí ni Sítátọ́lá ní kọ̀ ẹ̀kọ́ mi.
Sítátọ́lá ní ti sọ fún wa sọ́ńbì náà ó dàbí Sítátọ́lá ní ti ṣe nǹkan kan o.
Léèrè agídí ẹ ṣàmàwọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ kó gbé lẹ́tà wá síta fúnra rẹ̀.
Òun kẹ̀ ẹ̀yin rò pé ó máa gbé lẹ́tà yẹn wá sá.
Tó bá gbé wá àgbé wá tó bá gbé wá àgbé wá. Àwọn fún báyìí wọ̀nyí.
I just bless God bí ọmọ yẹn bọ́lọ̀ àwọn sójà sí Ọlọ́run gbé dìde fún ọmọ yẹn like.
we can't just keep ó ti pẹ́ tó ti máa ń ṣe wọ́n rí ọ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan bá wọn kò rárá kó tó ṣe àti pé ẹ̀mọ̀ kó ti
Adébóyè wọ́n ti bà ayé yẹn jẹ́ pátápátá.
àti pé ó ti fojú ó ti gbé Wùnmí wò pé kò lè ṣe kankan.
exactly ọmọ tí ò léèyàn ni kò ní ìyá kò ní bàbá.
ó ti wo pé no she can't do anything nínú United Kingdom yìí.
Níbo ló ti fẹ́ rówó lọ́ọ̀yà oníṣàrò ìpè bóyá kìnnì kan ni lọ́ọ̀yà ó wá dárúkọ level lọ́ọ̀yà tó máa wá represent wọn lórí court bẹ́ẹ̀ mo dẹ̀ wo kúdí báyìí mo mi ní Ọlọ́run dẹ̀ wà owó bí kí ṣe ń sọ just because ó mọ̀ pé ọmọ yìí wà eplet ó mà ṣe o.
ẹ ṣáàbà wá pé United Kingdom à ń wá orí àwọn ọmọ bíi tí United Kingdom ń lọ a ò mọ ibi tó lọ o ọmọ ṣe kú ó sọjọ́ mọ́ ẹni sọ̀nù o. àná ìṣòpó mẹ́ta.
èyí gbọ́dọ̀ wá dà wá orí.
Àorí
bọ́lọ́lá àorí gbọ́dọ̀ wá dà o. Àorí mo ti mọ bó ṣe mọ Sítátọ́lá gbèsè láti lọ́wọ́ ọ̀rá kóòtù. Àorí mo rà dákẹ́ ni.
Ẹ tún ṣe irun kan náà ní ìsìn Sítátọ́lá ní. Ọmọ ṣe ń pọlọ lẹ́gbẹ́ sórí báyìí.
Ọmọ abọ́ síta wá ṣe pé fún Jóòsì tó bá yá ni.
Jóòsì àgbọ̀rọ̀ tó kó bá mi tó wá lọ Berekete ayé òní dá. Nígbà tó yẹ lọ Berekete ò lọ bà tó wá kó bá mi tó wá lọ Berekete.
Am I communicating? Am I communicating? Ashana.
Àtàlàní àjànà. Mo máa fẹ́ kọ́ lẹ ní sẹ́.
Wọ́n ṣe bá àṣẹ ṣó.
Wọ́n ní CCTV mi lẹ́yìn ẹ̀.
Wọ́n ṣe bá àṣẹ ṣó fún mi kẹ́ ṣàgbéjà mi.
Mi le gan. Àníkọ́ bọ̀ ta kọ́ ṣe ṣó mi.
Wọ́n ṣe bọ̀ wá ṣe ṣó fún mi o. Ẹ ṣàgbéjà mi ṣá. Ẹ má dá mi dá ọ ẹjọ́ o.
Àìdá àjọ wa ni. Ṣẹ́bẹ̀ wọ̀ pọ́pọ́ àwọn náà ló sàǹdù báyìí. Wọ́n ti kà wá náà sílé ẹjọ́.
Èmi kẹ́ mọ̀ pé mi ò so ẹ kò lè sé mi ń bẹ̀ mọ̀ pé mi ò ṣe wàhálà ń tè. Oníjọ̀gbọ̀n lẹ́yìn tẹ wà bẹ́ẹ̀ mi ò ń ṣèjọba pé mi ẹ̀mí kẹ̀ jẹ́jẹ́ mi ò ń
bọ̀. Ọgbà làwa máa wà ń bì. Àwa tórúkọ wa kò sílẹ̀. Àwọn ti ń kọ́ forúkọ wa sí.
Wọ́n lè forúkọ tèmi sí mi ò ń ṣe wàhálà ní ìjà.
Wọ́n fi ọ̀kọ́ tọ́ gbogbo aláfẹ́ lọ. Kílẹ̀ lè gbà.
Ẹ rí ibi tí mo lọ yẹn tí yẹn sọ pé Wunmi yẹn kò ní respect ọmọ kìíní kan mo ní hey please that's highly disrespectful. Kí ló tó ń sọ̀rọ̀ bí ó fẹ́ kí n sọ̀rọ̀ sí jòsí ni ṣé torí kí adé gbé gbogbo ẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ báyìí jọ o.
Ẹjọ́ kí lè ṣe ẹ̀rọ débi platform yẹn lọ lẹ́nu ọjọ́ mẹ́ta yìí.
Tẹ bá pe jòsí yẹn inú máa ń bí wọn o. Jòsí tẹ́ pé yẹn ó máa ń ká wọn lára tẹ bá ti pè é. Ọmọ sáré wọ ìmọ̀ yìí.
Báwo náà bá ti sọ̀rọ̀ sí Wunmi máa ń sọ̀rọ̀ sí jòsí ẹ mọ́kọ́ fún wọn náà.
Rí bá tó ní ìjà àwọn jòsí.
Rí pé wọn ò bú Wunmi tó àti mo fi kúrò lẹ́yìn. Wọn ò bú Wunmi.
Wọ́n ní bẹ̀rẹ̀ sáàdì wọn sọ ní ìsìtò ìdá mẹ́yìn.
Wọn ò bú Wunmi mo fi kúrò lẹ́yìn. Ẹ mo lè kúrò lẹ́yìn jù fún wọn. Èmi náà sọ fún wọn dáadáa náà. Ní proof evidence lè máa sọ̀rọ̀. Gbogbo ilé tẹ̀ ń sọ dé Tọ́lá yẹn bóyá sọ fún yín sọ fún pé gbogbo ilé tẹ̀ ń sọ yóò dé court.
Ìyẹn máa máa control ọkọ ẹni lébè yẹn.
Kò dé court. Ṣé ó lọ́kọ ni? Dọ́là ò tí ì lọ́kọ láti ọjọ́ ti bí. Òun àti United Kingdom bákan náà ni wọ́n.
Ẹ gbọ́ nǹkan. Ẹ wá ní kí ọ̀rọ̀ ọ̀bẹ yẹn dùn.
Ẹ̀yin tá à mọ̀ wọn ni ọ̀rọ̀ jọ lójú.
Kò tí ì lọ́kọ rí láti ọjọ́ ti bí sáyé. Kò divorce rí. Ẹ̀mọ̀gbọ́n kò divorce rí. Kò separate rí. Kò ní bàbá ọkọ rí. Kò ní ìyá ọkọ rí. Kò lábúrò ọkọ rí. Òun àti United Kingdom bákan náà ni wọ́n. Ṣé mo kọ́ tó ṣẹlẹ̀ tí mo fi join wọn lánàá wọ́n ṣe show Détọ́lá yẹn sọ pé ó rí ìfà sí Wunmi and Black Widow lẹ́yìn tí mo débẹ̀ kò sọ Black Widow náà ó kò sọ pé sísọ Tolani náà sọ pé ok mo ń gbọ́ yín mà ẹ má bí òun o mo ń gbọ́ yín mà mo ń gbọ́ yín sọ Black Widow kò sí èèyàn kankan tó pe Black Widow ń bẹ̀ asana wọn ò pè ń bẹ̀ tó ẹ̀ náà la ṣe gbọ́dọ̀ máa lọ bẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kọ̀kan mo lè lọ fún wọn dáadáa àtàkọ́ fún wọn ọmọ mo lọ sọ fún wọn pé kò sí nǹkan tó ń jọ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Ẹ̀gbọ́n kan tí lady kan sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan ni tó sọ pé ṣé Mohbad wà unconscious kí nurse tó dé dá lóhùn.
Mo nílò ó ní òkè ó dẹ̀ lọ ṣe research ẹ̀ wá padà wá.
Ó wá ní Wunmi ní right if we don't go to the hospital they can drag him.
Tó dẹ̀ mo sọ pé no kò ní right. Nílùú táwa ń gbé yìí tí àgbàlagbà tẹ bá ní bàbá tí bàbá yín bá sick dáàdì yín bá sick tí tẹ́yìn bá pe ambulance tí ambulance bá dé tí ìyá yín bá sọ pé ambulance ò ní gbọ́kọ̀ òun lọ wọ́n á fi ọkọ̀ ilẹ̀ fún un bá kò mọ́ lọ́wọ́. Ọdẹ yìí tẹ́ máa sọ rárá abẹ́ ní pé àwọn èèyàn.
You don't have right lórí ọkọ àbí bàbá ọkọ tó bá ní lára ọlọ́pàá tó máa gbé bàbá ọkọ jáde.
Ẹ wo bóyá ń sọ̀rọ̀ wọ́n sọ pé culture wa ilẹ̀ Yorùbá tó wá ní ọ̀rọ̀ tó sọ ṣé ti culture lẹ̀ ẹ́ sì ti lọ wọ́n tó máa ń gbé culture lọ kóòtù ni.
Ọ̀rọ̀ yìí wà very logical. Àyìn tẹ àwọn tó bá ń ṣe kí ẹ̀ gan-an ọ̀tẹ́ ìtọ́ ṣe disability ẹ̀ mọ̀ pé tí client bá sọ pé òun ò fẹ́ wọ one particular aṣọ
yes, that's what we call
they have right. Yeah, they have right to their choices. They have right to their choices. You need to give them choice.
Yeah, that's patient empathy.
Doctor máa ní surgery yìí ní kẹ́ máa ṣe tẹ́ bá ní ẹ̀ ní ṣe ọkọ̀ máa ní kẹ́ tọwọ́ bọ̀wé ni pé ẹ̀yin lẹ́nu ìṣàn pé ẹ̀.
Yes, even childbirth gan, labour gan, even labour. I had my 2 children. Mo ní ọmọ méjì ní sílé and I decided to. If you want to have your children at home, they will come home. The nurses will come home. Our midwives, they will come home. They will get everything ready. All the equipment ready for you. Mo fẹ́ bímọ ẹ̀ mo bí àwọn ọmọbìnrin méjì tí mo bí láyé mi ilé mo bí wọn sí àwọn ọmọkùnrin mi hospital I decided to inú ilé ni mo bí wọn sí and I get ready on the bed láti bímọ mi èmi àtọkọ mi ládọ̀ wa abẹ́ kò dẹ̀ sí nurse kankan pẹ̀lú wa kò sí midwife kò sí anybody and that is what we decided to do the two girls nǹkan tá a ṣe nìyẹn ọkọ mi nìkan ló wà pẹ̀lú wa àwọn kan wà lórí fóònù pẹ̀lú wa ni wọn ò sí níbẹ̀ nígbà tó bí àwọn ọmọ wa.
Any sense at all. Èmi ní family kan tí mo bá ṣiṣẹ́ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ báyìí sìn.
bàbá yẹn ò kọ will àwọn ọmọ yẹn wọ́n dẹ̀ try láti hold them back pé kó ṣàmákù kó má kú bàbá yẹn láti kọ ó kọ lẹ́tà ni pé anything tó bá mú òun bóyá òun lo òun dose ni o òun mu poison o òun kú owó ọ̀gbọ́dọ̀ try láti resuscitate òun fẹ́ kú bẹ́ẹ̀ ní àwọn tó bá wọn kọ́ ṣe ogún òun ò ní sign will òun ò ní kọ will ó ti kọ sílẹ̀ sí pé tóun bá tí kọ́kọ́ bá ṣe òun ẹ má try láti keep òun alive ẹ fóun ní nǹkan tóun máa mú kóun máa kú.
Yeah, ó lè tí wọ́n bá wà conscious àbí tí wọ́n bá lè take decision tí wọ́n bá lè take decision nìkan lèèyàn máa ń take decision fún wọn even àwọn èèyàn tó máa ń wà lórí life kìíní tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n wà end of life yìí ṣé báwọn tó wà end of life lèmi máa ń bá ṣiṣẹ́ àwọn tó wà end of life tí mo bá ṣiṣẹ́ tí wọ́n bá ti di pé wọ́n fẹ́ kú they will still take decision a máa ṣe máa gbogbo nǹkan tó fẹ́ tó máa fẹ́ yẹn till the end of their life we have to ṣé wọn ti kí ló ṣe wọ ẹdẹ tó yàmàyàmà bí ẹni pé àkọ́kọ́ tá à ń sọ at least mo try láti establish àwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan láti change mind wọn fáwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan ẹ rí i pé wọ́n bèèrè lọ́ni pé ṣé wíìlì wà mo ní kò tún wè.
èmi ò ní gbọ́dọ̀ ọ̀dà ní sẹ̀kẹ̀tẹ̀ ìdílé wa. tell me
ṣé ẹ tẹ̀ tí àtìgbà tí ẹ ti sọ fún mi nísìnyí pé woman yẹn ò tiẹ̀ máa rí mi. Ó ṣe ní Mr. Tolani lọ bá tó ń sọ̀tì tó ń sọ̀tì. Mi bá ti gòkè ní sẹ́kà àdúgbò.
Ó dàrọ̀ jàre wọ́n bó ṣe ń ó dàrọ̀.
Mo dẹ̀ máa wọlé next time question ni mo ti máa lọ.